The young man is sitting there complaining to the beauty sitting next to him, even though it's obvious he's a transmigrator. Yet his family situation is total garbage, and to make matters worse, he's got absolutely zero cheat abilities. Tabak is starting to doubt he even transmigrated at all. Just then, a system panel suddenly pops up right in front of his face, startling him so much he shouts out, "Awakened class, Beast Tamer, level, common, rank, beginner. Age, 18, physique, 4, agility, 5, spirit, 5, beast. Tamer trait. The owner can form contracts with living creatures to become pets. Innate talent, evolution. Infinite evolution for contracted pets. No level caps. Can break through divine tier restrictions. The pet's attribute values and innate abilities will provide a feedback ratio to the owner. The higher the level, the higher the feedback ratio. Reminder 1. A full-scale invasion of 10,000 races. Global crisis. Reminder 2. Current known levels are divided into common, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, lord, king, and god. Each level is split into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Is this my system? While Bak is reading the notification, Lam Yen Yen notices him suddenly zoning out, so she waves her hand in front of him and asks worriedly, "Are you okay? You're sweating so much, is everything all right?" Guess the others can't see it, he thinks to himself. Tabak gently brushes her hand away and replies, "I'm fine." Other male students see Tabak holding the goddess's hand and are absolutely furious. Among them, a guy with a buzz cut is particularly clear about his attitude. Sitting with the goddess and still not satisfied? Watch how I teach you a lesson. Just as he's about to settle things with his fists, a female teacher walks into the classroom and stops him. "Stop the noise! Silence, everyone! I have some good news for you all. The official website of Jiangzhou Martial Arts University has announced that starting with our class, those with special abilities can be exempted from the academic exams and be admitted directly to Jiangzhou Martial Arts University. For students with reserve martial artist physique, the passing grade for academic subjects has also been cut in half." Before leaving, Ms. Lai reminds them, "Anyone who has awakened a special ability or has a martial artist background can come to my office to register." Interesting. I have a special ability. I can get into a martial arts uni without an exam. Tabak can't help but feel secretly happy. He's been in this world for 17 years, so he's managed to piece a few things together. Judging by the reforms at Jiangzhou Martial Arts University, the situation in Jiangzhou has become pretty dangerous. All right, now that I've activated the system, I have to keep my family safe. During these chaotic times, the fastest way to boost my strength is through martial arts universities, backed by the military. Luckily, now that I have the Beast Tamer ability, I can find a pet and get that entrance exam exemption. First step, I have to get into a martial arts university. For the sake of that, I'm giving it my all. Tabak walks into a shop, planning to use the $2,000+ he's saved up over the last 17 years to buy a pet. Wait, the system said it would automatically check for things suitable for me. Why isn't it doing anything? 2. Bak thinks as he walks past 2 rows of glass display cases filled with pets. The shop clerk sees him and greets him warmly. "Welcome, sir. How can I help you today?" "I'm a beast tamer. What kind of pets do you have?" "Look over there. That black cat is a bargain. It has the bloodline of a nether cat, can easily reach silver level, and it's only $36,000. That 4-eared dog isn't bad either. It has the bloodline of a 6-eared demon wolf, only $33,000. The clerk keeps going, the price is climbing higher and higher, but when she turns to look at Bak, he's already long gone. Tabak leaves the shop, dejected, and heads home, still worried about what to do. Then the moment he steps into his house, the system panel suddenly appears. Suitable beast-taming creature detected for beginner. Baby turtle. Would you like to tame it? The turtle my dad just got? What the hell is a beginner's gift pack? Damn it, my first pet, it's actually this stupid turtle, it's so tiny. What is this even supposed to do? Tabak stares skeptically at the clueless turtle basking in its glass tank. Finally, he decides, whatever, I can't go to the battlefield to tame a monster right now anyway. I'll just swap it for a higher quality one later. It turns out this turtle actually possesses the divine beast Black Tortoise bloodline, can evolve infinitely, and in the end, can even fight against gods. Tabak is overjoyed, scooping it up and laughing out loud. Now this looks like it was worth it. This Black Tortoise bloodline must be incredibly valuable. I'm not trading it. No matter what, I'm keeping it. Right then, Tu Tiu Mui, Tubok's little sister walks out of her room, sees this, and shouts, "What are you doing to Tubat? This is Grandma's treasure." "I'm not doing anything." Bok is still trying to explain when Tubat suddenly leaps out of his hands, dives straight into Tumui's snack bag, and starts scarfing everything down, leaving the two siblings staring in shock. What kind of eating style is that? Turtles can even eat that stuff? Dad just fed it this morning. It seems like it's eating way more than usual. Is it about to evolve? Thinking this, Tubok doesn't stop Tubat and even goes to find more food for it. Half an hour later, Tubok's parents return home. Looking at the living room, which looks like a battlefield, did we get robbed? "That's my last snack!" Tumua shouted, clutching the bag and running all over the house, while Tubat was chasing her at lightning speed. That's Tubat. How can a turtle be that fast? Tubok scratched his head and gave a wry smile. After thinking it over, he decided not to tell them the truth. They had already worked hard enough. It's better not to tell them. Tubat is a bottomless pit. It's better to figure out a solution himself. As for Tubat, after turning the house upside down and scarfing down all of Tumui's snacks, it happily hugged its full belly and panted. Suddenly, an aura shaped like a mythical beast emerged from Tubat's body. It looked so majestic that Tubok couldn't help but look forward to it. It must be full now. Is the black tortoise bloodline about to erupt? In the end, Tubat's bursting phantom just flickered and vanished. The black tortoise bloodline hadn't awakened. It just ate even more. So, the next day, Tubok had to go back to the exotic beast shop and quietly ask the clerk if he could sell some exotic beast blood. The clerk was stunned and asked, "Do you really have exotic beast blood?" The clerk's voice was quite loud, which caught the attention of her boss sitting nearby. He told the clerk to do something else and personally attended to Tubok. "Young man, come over here and sit down, let's talk. I heard you have exotic beast blood. Can you let me check the quality first?" "Sure." Tubok took a small vial out of his pocket and handed it over for inspection. The shop owner sniffed it and immediately knew it was genuine exotic beast blood, and high grade at that, so he inquired, "How much do you want for it?" It took a lot of effort to extract this much from Tubot. It must be worth at least 100 yen, right? Tubok thought to himself and slowly raised one finger. 1,000? The exotic beast shop owner was shocked. What did he mean, 1,000 yuan? The shop owner didn't know. Tubok was shocked, because the amount was higher than he had imagined. Yet he thought Tubok was showing dissatisfaction with that price. Assuming he was a pro, the shop owner laughed and joked, "Just kidding. For such high quality, it's obviously 10,000. "What?" Tubok shouted. Was it still too low? Thinking this, the shop owner gave his final number. 15,000, not a penny more. Tubok couldn't believe Tubat was worth that much. He turned away to hide the smile on his lips before answering, "Deal. If I didn't need the money urgently, I really wouldn't want to sell it to you." After the transaction, the shop owner and the clerk personally saw Tubok to the door. With a warm attitude, they said, "Travel safely. If you have good stuff in the future, remember to find me. I never expected exotic beast blood to be this valuable. Selling it for 15,000 yuan means Tubat can provide for itself now." Suddenly, Tubok received a call from Ms. Lai, announcing that the academic score results were out, and there was another important notice. Come to school in the afternoon to fill out the preference forms. Don't be late. Due to the poor connection on Lo Si Song San's phone, Tubok only heard a few fragments. Just as Tubok turned into a small alley, a notification board suddenly appeared. Warning, 3 people have malicious intent toward the current master. 10 meters from the master. Please be careful. First person, primary martial artist. Second and third, ordinary humans. Tubok. No sooner had he received the warning than 3 figures appeared. The leader was a burly guy. If you looked closely, you'd see he was the one sitting with the exotic beast shop owner before Tubok arrived. He held a club and smiled sinisterly, saying, "Seeing the shop owner's attitude, you must have something good on you. Hand it over. Why am I so unlucky? But only this guy is a primary martial artist, so I might have a chance." Tubok thought to himself, feigning fear. "Guys, I came to the pet shop to sell stuff, not to buy anything. Look at that expression of yours. Just hand over the money." "Fine, let me get the money." Tubok pretended to comply, but actually released Tubot, who flew straight at the burly guy's face. The guy immediately raised his club to block it, successfully knocking Tubot far away. but that unintentionally gave Tabak the opportunity to kick him in the groin, temporarily rendering him unable to fight. Tabak then ran away with Tubat. "You hit a baseball bat, are you okay?" Tabak asked with concern. Tubat let out a sound as if to reply. It felt like an itch. Tubat's shell really isn't something ordinary. Tabak silently praised it. The other two, seeing this, got angry and rushed forward together. "Tubat, hold on to my hand." Tubat clung to Tabak's arm, unintentionally turning into an iron gauntlet. Tabak then delivered a few loving punches to the other two. By now, the burly guy had crawled up, his eyes filled with hatred for Tabak. But before he could do anything, he was hit straight in the face by Tubat, knocking him out cold. After dealing with the thugs, Tabak was about to leave when Tubat suddenly crawled over to the burly guy, took out a vial, and gulped it down. Tabak snatched the vial to check it and couldn't help but be shocked. "This is blood key medicine. Oh my God, this bottle is worth tens of thousands. A martial artist would have to absorb this amount over a month. You ate it all at once? Can you digest that?" Suddenly, Tubat's body was enveloped in green light. At the same time, Tabak also felt the changes in his body. The strength of this enhancement was truly intense. A while later, Tubat's evolution process ended. Its body became larger, its stats were higher, and it even gained a new talent. Beast taming, small turtle, intermediate common level. Black tortoise bloodline not yet activated. Bronze level officially activated, partially awakening the bloodline. Attributes skyrocketed. Physique 32, Defense 38, Agility 10, Spirit 10, Talent 1, Turtle Shell. Retracts the whole body into the shell to form a defensive stance, increasing defense by 300%. In turtle shell state, cannot move, cannot attack. The turtle skin talent consumes a certain amount of stamina to boost physical defense by 50 to 100%, with a defense stat of 38 and base defense of 32. It's growing in size too. I remember learning in class that even for power-type superpowered beasts, the normal level cap is only around 30. It's already this strong even before activating it. I wonder what it'll be like once it's fully activated. Shoba looked so proud when it heard that, and Subai just bent down and stroked it. All right, you're done eating now. Let's get out of here." With that, he headed straight for school. The literature scores were released today, and today they'd announce the registration preferences and other important notices. Tomorrow, the special instructors from the Martial Arts University would come to the school to conduct the superpower aptitude tests for the candidates. Just like in previous years, there are still 2 spots for exam exemptions this year. While Ms. Lee was speaking on the podium, Lin Yanyan whispered to Subai, "Have you thought it through? Are you going to register for the Liberal Arts Academy or the Martial Arts University this time?" Subai answered decisively, "The Martial Arts University. I must pass the Martial Arts University." "Didn't you say you'd register for the Liberal Arts Academy with me? You have to go to the battlefield at the Martial Arts University. Do you even know how dangerous the battlefield is? Besides your grades, but the battlefield needs people too, so it should be fine. I'm going to the front lines to protect the people who matter." The people who matter, does that mean me? While Lin Yanyan was still deep in thought, a male teacher approached and asked, "Lin Yanyan, which school are you testing for? She definitely hasn't awakened her superpower yet and doesn't train her body, so she'll probably choose the Liberal Arts Academy," Subai secretly guessed. Lin Yanyan hesitated at this moment and replied, "I haven't decided yet. I need to think about it a bit more." By that evening, Lin Yanyan finally made her decision. She called Subai to announce, "I've decided to go to the Martial Arts University too. Plus, I have a surprise for you." "Huh? Stop joking. You? Applying to the Martial Arts University?" "Yeah, I've decided." Besides, Lin Yanyan hadn't even finished her sentence when she was cut off by Subai. "All right, I'm done talking to you. I have some important things to do." With that, Subai hung up. Actually, he just had to clean up the mess because Shauba had been pooping everywhere, so now his important task was to teach this little devil a lesson. The next morning, just as scheduled, the instructors from the Martial Arts University arrived at the school where Subai was studying. "Students, let's give a warm welcome to Instructor Chongkai from the Martial Arts University. He's here to say a few words to everyone. He is your senior and also a martial artist who graduated from our school." Following Ms. Lee's introduction and the students' applause, Chongkai stepped forward with a very serious expression. 1 year ago, 126 students from this school were admitted to the martial arts university. Only 65 are still alive today. 2 years ago, 98 were admitted. Only 32 remain. 3 years ago, 86 were admitted. Only 11 are still alive. Students, I'm not telling you this to scare you, but so that you understand. Getting into the martial arts university isn't something to brag about. It's about facing duty, responsibility, danger, and protecting your family and country. The martial arts university trains the strong. Do you want to become strong? You do? Good. I look forward to seeing your performance in the exam. As the ceremony ended and Subai was about to leave, Ms. Lee called him back. After confirming he was Subai, Shonkai announced, "You've been directly admitted to the martial arts university. Get over there quickly to prepare for enrollment." Subai was bewildered, pointing at himself as he asked, "Me? Directly admitted?" "That's right. Subai, there's a bus waiting at the school gate." After packing his luggage, Subai, along with the other selected students, boarded the bus to the martial arts university. The school had arranged for a female instructor to guide them, taking them on a tour of the campus. They went to collect their training uniforms and headed to the dormitory. Up ahead is the men's dormitory. You can all go inside, take a rest, and change into your new training uniforms. Someone will come by in a bit to announce the schedule for the entrance assessment. So, the male students headed to their rooms as arranged. A while later, Subai reached his dorm room. Before he even entered, he heard voices from inside. In the early stages of cultivation, resources are everything. Recently, my dad bought 3 drops of exotic beast blood in Yushan. It's extremely rare. He then hired a master apothecary to craft 3 bottles of prime-quality body-cleansing medicine. This stuff is truly rare. The other 2 students looked at the bottle in his hand and gasped. Wow, is this the color of exotic beast blood? I've never seen it before. My family has bought blood vitality powder before, but this is the first time I've seen such precious beast blood. Just then, Subai opened the door, stepped in, and greeted them with a cheerful smile. "I'm Subai, and I'm also staying in room 303. The student with the precious bottle welcomed him warmly. "You're Subai, right? Now our dorm room is finally full. My name is Han Jagang. This is Dao Jitun and Fan Huyan. Nice to meet you, everyone." Dao Jitun laughed and said, "Don't be a stranger. From now on, we're all brothers in this dorm." "Subai, hurry up and take a look at this rare exotic beast blood that Han Jiagang's father bought." Han Jiagang held up the bottle, looking proud. "My dad had so many people searching all over the country, and finally found it in Yushan, but unfortunately there were only 3 drops. Yushan? 3 drops? This is the stuff I sold." Subai thought to himself, then asked, "Such rare beast blood must be worth a fortune, right?" "It's not that expensive. Each drop of rare beast blood only costs about 30,000. 3 drops altogether cost less than 100,000. It's just a small thing." Subai's face went dark as he cursed inwardly. That sly old man. 3 drops, totaling less than 100,000 is nothing. Subai's face darkened like a soot-stained pot the moment he heard that. He cursed under his breath, thinking the old man was truly a cunning fox. "I only sold them for 30,000, but that annoying middleman sold them for nearly 100,000. Right then, shouts echoed from the neighboring rooms. "Hey, look! There's a stunningly beautiful girl under the dorm. I'm definitely going to vote for her as the Martial Arts University's campus belle this year. That figure, those legs. She's my goddess." Hearing this, the guys in room 303 curiously looked down at the courtyard. The school is so beautiful, this martial arts university really is something else. She's definitely the campus belle. Even the dorm proctor looked suspicious, asking, "This is the men's dormitory, who are you looking for?" Lin Yiren smiled and replied, "Ma'am, I'm here to find Subai." The proctor immediately turned toward the dormitory and shouted, "Subai! Who here is Subai? Get down here! A beautiful girl is looking for you!" Hearing this, the guys in room 303 were shocked. But before they could ask anything, Subai had already sprinted down to the courtyard. After a few words, Lin Yiran stuffed some cultivation pills into Subai's hand and quickly left. She didn't even give Subai a chance to refuse. Because of his closeness to Lin Yiran, Subai instantly gained a ton of male anti-fans, excluding his 3 roommates. As soon as Subai got back to the room, the guys treated him like royalty. Then, Han Jiakong leaned in and suggested, "Brother Su, we're brothers in the same dorm now." Just having a connection with a goddess like that? If you ask her to introduce a few girlfriends to your brothers, it definitely wouldn't be a problem. How about this? Since today is the first time we've all met, let's head out for dinner later and chat properly. With that, Han Jiakang, Dao Jiatun, and Fan Xiang'an left the room. These guys are actually pretty fun. That's right, let's go out and get some fresh air. Su Bai opened his backpack and brought out Little Bat. Let's see what kind of pills Yiren gave us. Oh, it's blood energy powder. Little Bat, you're in for a treat. At this point, Su Bai looked intensely at Little Bat. Little Bat, after you finish eating the powder, you know what you have to do, right? That evening, Han Jiakang treated his 3 roommates to dinner at a high-end restaurant. This made Su Bai a bit uneasy. A high-end restaurant like this. Is it really okay? Isn't it a bit too much? Brother Su, just eat and relax tonight. I'll take care of everything else. Being at martial arts university, making friends, especially with someone like you, is important. Han Jiakang, I feel very lucky. Cheers. Dao Jiatun and Fan Xiang'an joined in. Us too. Cheers. Take a seat. Since we'll be brothers in the same dorm from now on, don't be so formal. Lin Yiren and I were high school classmates, so having her introduce you to friends won't be a problem. We'll talk about that later. Jiakang, actually, I have something I need your help with. Brother Su, just name it, Han Jiakang replied generously. It's not a big deal. I just have some rare exotic beast blood I'd like your help with. The other two stared at the bottle of beast blood Su Bai brought out and couldn't help but be shocked. Jiakang, this beast blood of Brother Su's is a higher grade than anything you've ever had. Though a bit annoyed, Han Jiakang had to admit, this beast blood is definitely a grade I've never seen before. Brother Su, your beast blood is so rare that I'm afraid I might misjudge it. I'm going to call my dad so he can provide an appraisal. As soon as the person on the other end picked up, they barked, Xiao Kang, are you out of money again? I sent you to martial arts university to work hard and become strong, not to slack off and indulge in decadence. Han Jiakang replied, feeling a bit helpless. Dad, listen to me. I don't need money. I have something important. My classmate has 7 drops of rare exotic beast blood he wants to sell, and the quality is even better than the 3 drops you bought last time. What did you say? The quality is higher than last time and there are 7 drops? You aren't mistaken, are you? Dad, I'm sure of it. If you don't believe me, come see for yourself. Send me your address. I'll bring Master Tao over right away. An hour later, after examining the 7 drops of beast blood, Master Tao exclaimed excitedly, Top grade! Absolutely top grade! The energy contained within is something I have never seen in all my years. These are the purest drops of blood from a rare beast. If I use my skills, these 7 drops could be refined into at least 1 cleansing pill. Han Jiakang's father asked with some skepticism, Master Tao, is that evaluation a bit too high? There is definitely no mistake. Even if we used the best equipment to measure it, the value of these drops would only be higher than my estimate. Oh my God, I didn't expect your beast blood to be this amazing. Han Jiakang looked at Su Bai with worshipful eyes. Master Tao approached Su Bai and said, Young man, you don't realize how valuable this beast blood is, do you? Su Bai smiled and replied, Uncle Han, Master Tao, my friend entrusted me with this rare beast blood. I don't want money, I just want to trade it for equivalent energy medicine. Oh, is that so? Since you and Xiao Kang are classmates as your senior, I naturally can't let you lose out. I'll take all 7 drops. In return, I'll arrange for someone to bring you 4 bottles of energy medicine. How does that sound? That would be great, thank you, Uncle Han. Thank you, Uncle Han. Not stopping there, Han Jiakang's father suggested. Besides that, Su Bai, would you like to join the Han family? In the future, we can provide all your cultivation resources for free and... Su Bai politely declined. Thank you for the offer, Uncle, but I don't have any intentions of joining a family right now. Su Bai, I advise you to think more about joining the Han family. Just as Han Jiakang's father was trying to persuade him, a voice suddenly rang out. Su Bai said he doesn't want to join the Han family, so no one can force him. Join any clan you like. Lam Yanyin stormed into the room, furious. Did you all hear what I said? Yan Yan, why are you here? Tubok asked in surprise. Han Jiakang was equally stunned. This was the famous goddess Yan Yan, wasn't it? Why is the goddess here? I just came by to take care of some business. Didn't expect to run into you all. As Han Jiakang's father was about to snap, Where did this brat come from? The Grandmaster whispered into the Patriarch's ear. This girl is... What? She is... The Patriarch quickly put a hand on his son's and Tubok's shoulders, chuckling. Just a misunderstanding. A complete misunderstanding. Tabak here and my son are classmates and best buds. Ignoring him, Lam Yen Yen walked straight up to Tobak, smiled, and suggested, Tobak, are you heading back to school? Let's go together. Sure, I'm just about done with my business anyway. With that, Tabak left with Lam Yen Yen. Before walking out, he didn't forget to say his goodbyes. Uncle Han, see you around. Jia Kang, I'll see you back at the dorms. Han Jia Kang's father called out, Right, take care, young Master To. Han Jia Kang tried to jump in. Goddess, wait up! I'm heading back to school too. He was about to chase after them when his father grabbed him. Head back where? You're coming back home with me. Once Tabak and Lam Yen Yen were out of sight, his father patted his shoulder and gave him a serious warning. Listen, Kang, keep a good relationship with Tabak. Who knows, the future of our Han family might just depend on him. Also, you absolutely must keep a safe distance from that girl, Lam Yen Yen. A strictly formal distance, understand? Got it? Han Jia Kang asked skeptically. Dad, are Brother Tu and the goddess Yen Yen really that impressive? How can you be so blind? 2 days later, at the training grounds on the Martial Arts University campus, Chongkai stood on the high platform. Seeing the students had all gathered, he began to speak. Starting from now, all of you will participate in the freshman special training, and the location for this training is the Myriad Clan Battlefield. The students below erupted in a buzz of conversation. Are we really going to the Myriad Clan Battlefield for training? That sounds way too dangerous. Exactly. Not passing the training is one thing, but let's not lose our lives. On the platform, Form Shonkai continued, from now on, you will be divided into classes of 50 people each. Each class will be assigned a bronze-ranked teacher as your homeroom mentor. Your mentor will give you the details for this training. Here and now, I wish all you freshmen a victorious return. With that, Zhang left. Students began looking for their classmates to socialize. Lam Yen Yen ran over to Tobak, beaming, Tobak, we got put in the same class. Did you arrange this on purpose? Just then, Liu Yuxin walked over to Tobak's class area. Class 8, gather around. I am Liu Yuxin, your special training instructor. I will be the one giving you your mission orders. The students nearby felt their eyes light up when they saw her. She's so beautiful and so hot. Liu Yuxin was used to this and didn't react at all. She continued, Next, here is your first mission. Write your wills. You have 1 day to finish them. Be at the teleportation plaza by 8 tomorrow morning sharp for the Myriad Clan Battlefield. Don't be late. She left, leaving the students in a panicked state, looking at each other. Are we actually going to be in life-threatening danger? I still have to carry on my family line. I have to go write my will. I actually have a lot to say to my parents. Lam Yen Yen asked, Tobak, have you made any arrangements? Tobak replied, I haven't prepared anything yet. Let's head back to the dorms first. Lam Yen Yen smiled. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Behind Tobak, Han Gia Kang was chatting with Dao Jia Tuan and Pham Huang An. We have to go to the battlefield tomorrow morning, so what should we prepare? A while later, in the dorm room, Han Gia Kang suggested, Brother Tu, since we're heading to the battlefield tomorrow, why don't we go out and have some fun today, brothers? You coming? Tobak laughed. I've got some stuff to take care of. I can't make it. You guys go have fun. Han Gia Kang replied, All right, Brother Tu. If you need anything, let me know and I'll bring it back. You can call us whenever. Tobak nodded. Yeah, sure. Just then, Han Jia Kang noticed Shelba, who was diligently munching on food in its bowl. Interested, he sat down and tapped on its shell. Brother Tu. This turtle of yours is pretty unique. Its shell is really tough, too. Tobak smiled. Ah, that's my pet, Xiaoba. He's a total glutton. Han Jiakang chuckled. That's interesting. Then he stood up and said, All right, we're heading out. Daogatan and Pham Huangan waved goodbye, too. See ya, Brother Tu. Tobak nodded. All right, have a good time. Once they left, Bak pulled out 4 bottles of blood key powder and looked at Xiaoba, smiling. You little glutton, only caring about eating. Today, I'll let you eat your fill. You better perform well for me once we get to the Myriad Clan battlefield. Xiaoba's eyes lit up at the sight of the bottles, and he used his front feet to lift his bowl. A few minutes later, Bak held 2 empty bottles of blood key powder in his hands. Take your time eating. Nobody's rushing you. The system notification rang out. Congratulations! Your pet egg, the baby turtle, has evolved into a common grade rare beast. Your level as the owner has also increased, and you have gained a new talent for the baby turtle, Heavy Strike, Taming, baby turtle, grade, common rare. Physique, 64, defense, 78, agility, 20, spirit, 20. Talent, 1. Turtle shell. Defensively retracts the entire body into the shell, forming a defensive stance. This skill boosts defense by 300%. However, while in the turtle shell state, the Beastmaster cannot move or attack. Talent 2, turtle skin. Consumes a certain amount of stamina to enhance defensive capabilities by 50 to 100%. Talent 3, heavy strike. Consumes a certain amount of stamina to boost attack power by 100 to 200%. The more stamina consumed, the greater the attack power. Master, Subai, 18 years old. Beastmaster profession, high-level common grade. Physique, 28, 15 base, 13 inherited from the beast. Agility, 19, 15 base, 4 inherited. Spirit, 34, 30 base, 4 inherited. Pet, baby turtle, common grade, inherits 20% of attributes. This inheritance rate will gradually increase as the pet's level rises. Next level, bronze rank, can inherit 30%. Talent, 1. Infinite evolution. The beast bound by the pact will feed back a portion of its attributes and talent abilities to the master. This helps the master enhance their talent abilities. Talent 2. Turtle skin. Consumes a certain amount of stamina to enhance defensive capabilities by 50 to 100%. Talent 3. Heavy strike. Consume a certain amount of stamina to boost by 100 to 200% attack power. The more stamina consumed, the greater the attack power. Seeing this, Subai exclaimed happily. As expected, thanks to the blood vitality powder, Xiaoba has leveled up. The 3 attribute values have grown terrifically. Not bad, Xiaoba. Wait until we reach the myriad races battlefield. We'll have a real battle together. Are you ready? Xiaoba immediately stood up on its hind legs, waving its front claws repeatedly in response to Subai. The next morning at the teleportation plaza, the students had gathered in full. They were organized into 3 large groups by the staff, waiting in front of the 3 teleportation portals. Then a staff member approached Zhang Kai and reported, "Reporting, instructor, the students are ready. They are prepared to storm the battlefield at any moment. Please give the order." Zhang Kai commanded, "Open the first portal. Prepare for teleportation." Acknowledging the order, the staff member ran off to make preparations. At the same time, where Class 8 was waiting, Han Jikong looked at the portal in front of him and exclaimed, "Such a huge teleportation portal. You can only see this at the Martial Arts University." Lin Yani worriedly placed a hand on Subai's shoulder and said, "Subai, once you're on the myriad races battlefield, you must be careful." Subai smiled and said, "Don't worry. We will definitely complete the mission smoothly." "Yeah, good luck." Soon it was Class 8's. As they were about to step into the portal, Liu Yuxin reminded them, "Stay completely relaxed. Prepare for teleportation." "Understood," the group from Class 8 responded, then stepped into the portal one after another. They only felt a blur before their eyes, and in a split second, they appeared in a completely unfamiliar place. "Ah, is this inside the military base on the myriad races battlefield? It really is. We actually got teleported. This is so cool, haha!" As the crowd was looking around curiously and chatting, they suddenly heard a loud shout, "Shut up, all of you!" Everyone jumped and turned around to look. It was a man with several scars on his face. When Liu Yuxin saw this person, she immediately stood at attention and said seriously, "Deputy Camp Commander Li Do, please excuse us, they are all new recruits." They've never seen this before. Deputy Camp Commander Lido spoke, "I am the Deputy Camp Commander of Military Base F269. You can call me Deputy or Commander, I don't care. Whether you are students or instructors, once you enter my territory, you must follow my orders. Is that clear?" The students of Class 8 stood at attention and shouted, "Understood!" Afterward, Han Jikang complained in a low, dissatisfied voice, "Isn't he just a Deputy Camp Commander? What's so special about him?" Subai whispered, "Looking at the scars on his face, he must be an officer with rich experience." At this moment, Deputy Lidao spoke again. "You guys are lucky today. My squad just finished a battle. Your first mission is to clean up the battlefield and eliminate the remaining Nethercats. This is a suitable mission for new recruits like you just entering the battlefield. By eliminating Nethercats, you will receive military merit points. Go to the logistics department and use your merit points to exchange for blood vitality powder and various grades of stamina potions to help increase your strength." Hearing this, Dao Jetun gripped his fists in excitement. As expected, Wealth comes with danger. Han Jiakong also chimed in, so military merit points can be exchanged for medicine? No wonder so many people risk their lives to come to the myriad races battlefield. Lai Dao, the deputy camp commander, saw everyone's high spirits and laughed. You brats, I can tell you're dying to start. All right, act now, follow me. Understood, the group shouted and immediately followed Deputy Li Dao. Subai smiled to himself, thinking he had to rack up a lot of military merit points to exchange for some medicine. This time, Xiaobei is in for a treat. However, the joy of the Class 8 students didn't last long because they witnessed the brutal side of war with their own eyes. These were wounded soldiers with missing limbs, having come down from the battlefield, lying on the ground, groaning miserably in pain. Dao Jiatun asked in terror, were they all injured by nethercats? Han Jiakong trembled as he said, no way, right? Aren't nethercats the lowest level monsters? How could it be this terrifying? A female student couldn't bear it and screamed, ah, even the lowest level nethercats are this dangerous? So, can I actually survive and make it back home? Liu Yuxin frowned and spoke up. Stop the noise. What kind of place do you think the myriad races battlefield is? Once you've been admitted to the martial arts university, you must always be ready to face danger. By now, Lin Yannian realized that this trip was filled with hidden perils she hadn't anticipated. She stayed on high alert and turned to Subai. Subai, when we reach the battlefield, you have to stay by my side. I don't want anything to happen to you. Subai replied, got it. You need to be careful too. Before long, the group arrived at the camp gate. The sentry spotted Deputy Battalion Commander Li Dao and immediately reported, Deputy Commander, we are currently on duty. Guarding the northern gate of the camp, we have eliminated 35 beasts attacking the base today. Awaiting your instructions. Deputy Commander Li Dao replied, good. Open the gates and let these fresh recruits see what the myriad races battlefield is really like. Understood, Deputy Commander. As the gates opened, Liu Yuxin turned back to the students. Deputy Commander Lai Dao will be leading the team himself. This is a rare opportunity, so make sure you show your best. The students shouted in unison, understood. Deputy Commander Lai Dao chuckled. You little brats, have you left your wills at the post office yet? From this moment on, you'll be walking alongside the Grim Reaper. Once outside the camp, the Class 8 students truly felt the brutal reality of the battlefield. Bullets fired incessantly. Beasts charged forward as if their lives meant nothing. The ground was covered in blood and corpses, both beast and soldier alike. Just then, a soldier with a scar on his cheek noticed the group led by Deputy Commander Lai Dao and walked over to ask, Deputy Battalion Commander, why did you come here in person? Deputy Commander Lai Dao replied, stop the chatter. Mobilize a squad of soldiers and follow me to protect these students. The soldier with the scarred cheek saluted. Yes, sir. Liu Yuxin turned to the students and said, everyone listen up. We are heading to military zone F269. It's a forest area where the beasts have already been cleared out. Your mission is to extract the beast cores from the bodies of the nethercats on the battlefield. Then Deputy Commander Li Dao asked, are you fresh recruits ready? The students shouted, ready! Deputy Commander Lai Dao waved his hand and commanded, move out! The scarred soldier also summoned an assault squad to follow and provide protection throughout the journey. On the way, the scarred soldier laughed. Teacher Liu, don't worry. Clearing the battlefield isn't dangerous. Bringing these martial arts university students out here to kill enemies is like asking them to deliver lunch. We don't have the heart to do it. Still, why? Is the Deputy Battalion Commander leading the guard team himself? Deputy Commander Lai Dao glanced at him and said, this kid talks too much. Don't ask things you shouldn't. The scarred soldier quickly shouted, understood. Liu Yuxin said, then, this trip will be troublesome for Deputy Battalion Commander Lai Dao. Li Dao replied, not at all. These students from the martial arts university are the future warriors of the battlefield. Protecting them is my duty. Meanwhile, at the Supreme Military Command Center of the Long Kingdom in the Imperial Capital, report, Chief of Staff, emergency situation. Speak. The latest intelligence from the myriad races battlefield shows a massive number of beasts breaching our defense lines. Gold-tier nethercats have joined the fight. Over 20 of them have launched consecutive attacks on military bases along 12 southwestern borders, such as D128 and D140. After hearing the report, the Chief of Staff ordered, immediately investigate the beasts' movements. Order the military bases to heighten their defenses. Now is the time for the fresh students to enter the myriad races battlefield for training. They are the future of the Long Kingdom. There must be no mistakes. The subordinate shouted, "Yes, sir!" A while later, in military zone, F269. Clearing the battlefield requires speed. Lingering for even a minute longer increases the danger. Under the soldier's command, the Class 8 students began the collection work they had been assigned. Amidst the group, Lin Yanian looked at Subai. Subai, the fur, flesh, teeth, and claws of the nether cats are all materials that can be used to craft weapons and medicine. Subai nodded. I see. No wonder so many people want to come to such a dangerous place like the myriad races battlefield. Valuable materials are everywhere. Little 8 is going to have a feast this time. Not far away, Dao Jituan suddenly laughed excitedly. Found another beast core! I'm going to be rich this time! Subai opened his system inventory to check and whispered to himself, if I collect a few more beast cores, I can trade them for blood energy powder. Little 8 will be able to level up again. Suddenly, a system warning flashed before his eyes. Warning! Warning! The supposedly deserted area around the base has detected a swarm of beasts. Support is currently unavailable. Extremely dangerous. 164 nether cats are rapidly closing in. They are showing clear hostile intent. The threat is 3 kilometers away from the host, moving from the southwest. Host is advised to stay alert. 5-star threat level, extremely dangerous. 4-star lethal threat, extremely dangerous. Seeing this, Subai was startled and stood up abruptly, whispering, What is this? A danger warning? The last time it was a basic martial artist, but this time it's a 5-star lethal threat. Lin Yanian noticed Subai's unusual behavior and asked with concern, Subai, what's wrong? Is something urgent? Subai had no time to explain to her. He rushed toward Liu Yuxin and shouted, Teacher Liu, there's an emergency! From the southwest, I can sense a swarm of beasts closing in on us. Liu Yuxin, who was standing on a tree branch, raised an eyebrow upon hearing this and tried to observe the southwest. But she didn't detect anything unusual. Liu Yuxin then jumped to the ground and said, Subai, this is the myriad races battlefield, not a place for you to mess around. Do you know what kind of consequences it would have if you scared the other students? Do you have any idea? Teacher Liu, I'm not joking. There really is a swarm of beasts attacking us. As Subai tried to explain, Deputy Commander Lai Dao walked over and said, You say you can sense beasts attacking? But I can guarantee that there are no beasts attacking within a 2-kilometer radius. Subai insisted. Deputy Battalion Commander, I'm not joking. There are at least over 100 of them. The nether cats are 3 kilometers out and heading our way. Lieutenant Li Dao growled, then asked, Are you saying your sensory abilities are stronger than mine? Liu Yuxin laughed and said, Deputy Battalion Commander, this is Tubai's first time on the battlefield. He might be overly tense and subjective. Please don't hold it against him. Lin Yanian stepped forward and spoke up. Before we've investigated the situation, no one should jump to conclusions. I believe what Tubai says. Tubai smiled at her, patted his chest, and declared, Trust me. The beasts are getting closer. Please, everyone, believe me. I am a beast tamer esper with a special ability to sense danger. Liu Yuxin asked in surprise, What? You're an esper? Why didn't you register with the school? Tubai replied, I was admitted through a special talent program when I enrolled, so the school doesn't have me on record as an esper. The other students gasped in shock. Wait, Tubai is an esper? I never expected that. He's a beast tamer? But I don't see his tamed beast anywhere. Just then, a soldier ran back and shouted, It's the nether cats. Everything Tubai said is true. There really are nether cats out there. Lieutenant Li Dao immediately issued orders. All teammates, fall in. Stick close to me. Form a defensive perimeter. Now. Move. Move. Communications officer. Contact the base immediately and request reinforcements. The communications officer quickly reported back. Report, Deputy Battalion Commander. We just received word from base. They've detected signs of a massive swarm of beasts around the base as well. There's no way to provide reinforcements for the time being. Liu Yuxin asked anxiously, Li Dao, is it true there are over 100 beasts attacking us? Without reinforcements, this group of students has no combat power. Li Dao pulled out his weapon, his expression grim. Tubai was right. I can sense a wave of beasts closing in on us rapidly. He then pointed at Tubai and Lin Yanian, speaking to the soldier with a scar on his cheek, the squad leader. Take 4 soldiers and do everything in your power to protect these 2 students. The squad leader shouted, Sir, but I can fight. I don't need protection. Just as Tubai finished speaking, the Nethercats appeared and launched their assault. Bronze tier low-level Nethercats. Counterattack. Counterattack. Protect the students! Following Lido's shout, he and the soldiers charged at the Nethercats to halt their advance. Casualties were already starting to appear. A student screamed in fear, "These aren't cats! They're as big as tigers!" Seeing the situation spiraling, Lido ordered, "Form a defensive formation. We only need to hold off the first wave of Nether. Cats! And we can win!" He then shouted to the martial arts university students, "Do you still remember your oath?" Suddenly, several Nethercats broke through the line and lunged at the students. "With my chest I guard the Great Wall of our nation," the students shouted in unison. They gripped their weapons, preparing to face the charging Nethercats. At that moment, a boy and a girl from the student ranks rushed out. The boy wielded a sword, the girl a bow. They quickly took down the Nethercats. The girl, Chang Mani, a bronze tier low-level, smiled. "Just hold them off. I'll pierce them through." The boy, La Yongqiang, a bronze tier low-level, also laughed. "They're just a bunch of kittens. What's there to be afraid of? Let me take them down!" Seeing the two students, Liu Yuxin cheered. "The sharpshooter Zhang Mani and the naturally gifted powerhouse La Yongqiang. Our new batch of students really has incredible talent." Tu Bai watched them, thinking to himself, "Their abilities are so strong and cool. My only weapon is Xiaoba." The other students cheered excitedly. "Isn't that my goddess, Mani? Their power is insane. This big guy is strong too. Tuj, he seems even stronger than you. They're so powerful, aren't they? Yeah, they're definitely a few levels higher than us." Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed through the air. A nether cat, far larger than the others, appeared in everyone's sight. Someone speculated in horror, "A nether cat king? Is it a gold tier beast? The nether cat king species? Silver tier mid-level. Constitution, 45. Agility, 88. Spirit, 43. Letdog gasped in terror. "How is there a silver tier cat king in this area? Immediately call the base for reinforcements again." Just then, La Yongqiang leapt toward the side of the Nether Cat King, raising his sword and shouting, "Cat King or whatever, eat this!" Zhang Mani also rushed up, drawing her bow at close range. She laughed. "Let me help you control its vision." Seeing this, Liu Yuxin screamed in horror. "Careful, get back! That's a silver tier beast! This isn't a game!" But it was too late. In the blink of an eye, both were swatted down by the Nether Cat King's claws. Seeing it had no intention of letting them go, the Cat King lunged again to finish them off. Liu Yuxin shouted, "Oh no, get back!" Lidao yelled urgently, "It's too late! Machine gunners, cover them! Fire, fire!" But the bullets didn't have much effect on the Nether Cat King. It roared and lunged at the two, daring them to provoke it again. Zhang Mani and La Yongqiang sat on the ground, trembling in fear. "Help! Someone help me!" At that very moment, on the verge of disaster, something flew in at high speed and struck the Nether Cat King in the head, sending it flying. "What is that?" Everyone gasped in shock, all eyes turning toward the object that had knocked the Cat King away. Liu Yuxin said in disbelief, "It looks like a turtle." Han Yia, recognizing Xiaoba, immediately cried out, "Isn't that Xiaoba, the one Tu Bai keeps?" Tu Bai stepped out. Walking up to Xiaoba, he said, "Admittedly, that entrance was a bit embarrassing. I am the beast tamer Tu Bai, and Xiaoba is my tamed beast. You guys take care of the small ones. I'll handle this Cat King." The other students were stunned. "What the hell? This turtle is that strong? What's going on? A Cat King just got knocked away by a turtle?" Lin Yanian smiled, thinking to herself, "Tu Bai, is this the exotic beast you tamed?" At this moment, Tu Bai commanded Xiaoba, "Xiaoba, let this stray cat get a taste of your power." At the command, Xiaoba shot toward the Nether Cat King like a lightning bolt. The sight left a student's jaw on the floor. "Tu Bai, how is that turtle moving so fast? Is that even a turtle anymore?" Nearby, seeing Xiaoba going toe-to-toe with the Nether Cat King, Lidao remarked in astonishment, "I never expected Tu Bai to have this kind of strength." Liu Yuxin added, "I didn't either. Tu Bai is truly something else." She turned to the students and shouted, "Students, Tu Bai has the Cat King under control. Let's take down these Nether Cats together." Hearing this, the students' morale skyrocketed, joining the soldiers to strike at the swarm of Nether Cats. "I'll tear them to pieces. Let me handle them." Meanwhile, Little Shell and the Nether Cat King were clashing. The Nether Cat King now had one paw pinning Little Shell to the ground, while the other was raised high, sharp claws ready to strike down, but Little Shell just gave a wicked grin. He tucked his entire body into his shell, activating his innate defensive talent. The result? Little Shell was perfectly fine, while the Nether Cat King clutched its paw, howling in pain. Seeing this, Blade was shocked and shouted, "What kind of shell? Can actually block the silver-ranked claws of the Cat King? What kind of insane defensive power is that?" Realizing this wasn't the time to be stunned, and with an opportunity right in front of him, Blade immediately ordered the soldiers to cover him and leaped high above the Nether. "Cat King, its weak point is its waist and belly," Blade thought to himself, taking advantage of the fact that the Nether Cat King was distracted by Little Shell and the soldiers. He plunged his sword deep into its body from above. The Nether Cat King let out a miserable, blood-curdling shriek before whipping its tail, sending Blade flying off balance. "Damn it," Blade hissed. Straining to steady himself, he lunged toward the Nether Cat King once again, shouting, "This time, either you drop dead, or I live." At that same moment, Subai smiled and gave a command to Little Shell, who had just returned to his side. Little Shell unleashed his ultimate move, immediately spinning in place at high speed. And then, to everyone's utter confusion, Subai turned into a soccer player, raised his leg, and delivered a powerful kick right at Little Shell. Little Shell flew off like a cannonball, striking the Nether Cat King's fatal weak spot. Blade, who was charging in, saw this and stopped, shouting, "It hit the weak spot again! Let's see if you can survive this time." The answer was no. The Nether Cat King used its last bit of strength to let out one long, final roar toward the sky before collapsing, dead. Everyone jumped up and cheered. "The Cat King is defeated!" Blade exhaled in relief, whispering, "We won." Lin Yanyan rushed over and threw her arms around Subai. "Subai, you're amazing! You took down a gold-ranked Cat King." Subai smiled and said, "Yeah, it's over." Others gathered around to shower him with praise. "Brother Su, you're so strong. Where did you buy this turtle, Brother Su? I want to raise one too." Hearing Little Shell being mentioned, Subai remembered him and looked around. He spotted Little Shell digging a large golden beast core out of the Nether Cat King's corpse. Subai was furious. "Little Shell, what are you stealing again? Get back here right now." Just then, someone noticed something strange in the sky and shouted, "What is that in the sky?" Blade looked up, his face turning pale with horror. "This is bad. It's a disaster. The Nether Cat King's roar before it died. It was calling for its kin." Someone worriedly guessed, "Could it be that an even more dangerous beast is approaching?" Meanwhile, at the base's command center, Mr. Wen Yan spoke up. "Based on energy fluctuations detected by frontline sensors, and massive amount of unknown, extremely dangerous high-level monsters has appeared at base F269. A moment later, the officer exclaimed, "What? You're saying Lin the Tiger's daughter is among those student trainees?" Mr. Wen Yan replied, "That's right. I need you to provide immediate high-speed support." The officer responded, "Understood. I will immediately dispatch a scout team to escort you to the battlefield." Mr. Wen Yuan said, "No need. I cannot wait. I will head there myself. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I hope the reinforcements arrive in time for the battle." The officer said, 20 minutes? Understood. I'll issue the orders immediately." After hanging up, he sighed, "This is going to be trouble. If Lin the Tiger goes berserk, even Zhangju won't be able to hold him back." Back at base F269, a pair of bloodthirsty eyes appeared in the sky, looking down at everyone. A voice boomed out, "Foolish humans! A pathetic species!" Liu Yuxin cried out in fear. "How is this possible? This monster! It can actually speak human language!" Blade also shouted, "This can't be! A monster that can fluently speak human language must be at least gold rank or higher. It shouldn't be appearing in this area. Everyone form a defensive formation. Get the wounded to the center." Just then, the eyes in the sky vanished. Someone noticed a massive shadow appearing next to the Nether Cat King's corpse and screamed in terror. "Look, what is that?" The shadow spoke again. "Pathetic species, daring to slaughter my kin." It opened its maw and began to devour the Nether Cat King's body, revealing its true form to everyone. Seeing its true shape, Blade trembled. "Impossible! This absolutely shouldn't be here. How could something like this appear in this sector?" At the same time, a system warning panel appeared in front of Subai. "Warning! Extreme danger. Gold-ranked monster detected nearby. Please evacuate immediately. 5-star lethal threat. Extremely dangerous. Variant Dark Cat King. Rank, Gold. Physique, 272. Agility, 345. Spirit, 275. Talent, Bloodthirsty Fury. When severely wounded, it enters a state of bloodthirsty fury, increasing agility and attack by 100%, but reducing defense by 50%. Combat analysis. Extremely dangerous. Extreme caution required. Subai gasped. It's a gold-ranked monster. His teammates nearby heard him and panicked. What? A gold-ranked monster? Even our teachers probably haven't encountered one. I want to go home. I don't want to die. Haven't the reinforcements arrived yet? Blade knew they couldn't keep this up. If they did, everyone here would end up buried. Everyone, escort the wounded and retreat. I'll be the shield. With that, he recklessly charged toward the Dark Cat King. I'll risk my life to take you down, the Dark Cat King sneered. You? You think you're enough? It casually swiped a paw, sending the bladed weapon flying, then followed up with a lazy slap toward him. Seeing this, Tubok quickly tossed the little turtle toward the blade user and shouted, Little Shell, hurry! Protect the vice captain! Hearing the command, Little Shell immediately lunged in front of the blade user, using its shell to take the hit. As the attack landed, the Shadow Cat King was shocked, thinking to itself, This turtle's shell is so tough. My claws sting a bit, but that's about it. As for Little Shell, it coughed up a mouthful of blood, and 3 deep cracked lines appeared on its shell. Fresh blood seeped out continuously. The blade user cried out in concern, Little Shell, what's wrong, Before he could even finish his sentence, Tubok suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood and collapsed backward. System alert. Beast Tamer has entered a critically wounded state. Activating Tamer talent. Primeval Resonance. The Master and the Spirit Beast share energy and simultaneously bear each other's damage. Seeing this nearby, Lam Yen Yen rushed to catch him, crying out in alarm, Tubok, you're hurt! Hearing her, Lu Vu Hin and the blade user looked over in complete shock. How could Tubok be injured? The Cat King didn't even attack him. Could this be the legendary Beast Tamer talent, sharing the same origin? No way. Let me check. With that, the two of them hurried over, Tubok to examine him. Lam Yen Yin was still holding Tubok, asking with a worried expression, Tubok, what's wrong? Tubok replied, I'm fine. Standing aside, Lu Vu Hin finished checking him and felt shocked, silently guessing, no external wounds. Could it be that Tubok has really mastered the legendary Tamer skill, Primeval Resonance? She immediately drew her sword and turned to the others. Tubok is sharing the damage from the gold-level Shadow Cat King for his spirit beast. We must go support him! Han Gia Khan also raised his sword and shouted, That's right! We can't let him fight alone! Everyone cheered in response. They all drew their weapons and charged at the Shadow Cat King. The Shadow Cat King scoffed, A bunch of ants. It then used its Shadow Rush skill. It turned into a shadow, piercing through the crowd and aiming straight for Tubok. Lu Vu Hin silently gasped, Oh no! Lam Yen Nien screamed, Tubok, watch out! She hugged him, using her own body to shield him. However, just as everyone thought they would become ghosts under the cat's claws, the Shadow Cat King was suddenly stopped by a massive burst of power. System notification, Little Shell has leveled up to bronze level basic Mysterious Turtle. Activated Mysterious Turtle Bloodline. Can sustain a short-term Mysterious Turtle Mirage. Obtained talent, Mysterious Turtle Gravity, bronze basic. Activated 10% of Mysterious Turtle Bloodline. All attributes increased. Talent, enhanced. Physique, 288. Defense, 362. Agility, 55. Spirit, 60. Talent. Talent 1, Mysterious Turtle Rampart. Can gather Mysterious Turtle energy to create a defensive barrier, increasing defense by 300%. Talent 2, Turtle Spirit Possession. Consume a certain amount of stamina to cover the body in Mysterious Turtle energy, increasing attack by 100% and defense by 200%. Talent 3, Mysterious Turtle Gravity. Skill activated toward a designated target. The target will be pulled by gravity. Lying in Lam Yen Yen's arms, Tubok looked at Little Shell's small body. Now enveloped by the massive mirage of the Mysterious Turtle, he smiled faintly and whispered, The essence of the Silver Cat King has finally been fully absorbed. Everyone else was stunned speechless by Little Shell's current state. Lu Vu Hin exclaimed, Is this Tubok's spirit beast? It has evolved. The blade user speculated, this golden light. Could it be an epic-level spirit beast? By now, Tubok was able to stand on his own. Thanks to Little Shell's evolution, his injuries had healed. Lam Yen Yen, still worried, asked, "Are your wounds really okay?" Tubok replied, "Yeah, I'm fine," immediately after. Tubok pointed at the Shadow Cat King and shouted, "Little Shell, take it down!" At the command, Little Shell instantly controlled the mysterious turtle mirage to slam the Shadow Cat King away. Everyone gasped in shock. Tubok's tamed beast is only a basic mysterious turtle, yet it has such terrifying power. Its bloodline rank must be quite high. This bronze-level beast of Tubok actually managed to swat the Cat King away in one hit. After the Shadow Cat King was sent flying, it quickly steadied itself. It tilted its head back and let out a furious roar. "Damn it, I'll kill you all!" Seeing this, everyone shouted, "Everyone be careful, the Cat King has gone berserk! Retreat! Everyone scatter and run!" The Shadow Cat King growled, "None of you are getting away!" It immediately used the Shadow Clone skill, splitting off multiple strands of black smoke from its body. Turning into its clones, it rushed in different directions to attack everyone. In that critical moment, Little Shell used the mysterious turtle gravity skill. The mysterious turtle mirage tilted its head back and let out a long howl. A gravity vortex suddenly appeared in its mouth, sucking all the Shadow Cat King's clones into it. "No need to hold back, explode!" Following Tubok's shout, the energy. The mysterious turtle mirage had just sucked in was quickly converted into golden energy. It shot straight at the Shadow Cat King, creating an energy wave that obliterated everything in its path, including the Shadow Cat King. A while later, as everyone was cleaning up the battlefield, Van Iron had arrived. He leaped onto a nearby tree branch and surveyed the scene. "Everything is over here, right? Such a brutal battlefield. What on earth did they go through?" Silly wondering, Van Iron jumped down beside Lam Yen Yen and said, "Miss, you're unharmed. That is truly a relief." Lam Yen Yen smiled and replied, "Sir, I am fine." Lu Vu Hin asked, "Sir Van Oyen, why are you here?" The blade user also walked over. He stood at attention, placed his fist on his chest, and reported, "Sir Van Oyen, I am Vice Squad Leader Blade, Military Base F-269. Regarding this battle, our squad unit, we teamed up with the instructors and students from the Martial Arts Academy and ran into a massive ambush by the Nether Cats. We took down over 800 of them. That includes 1 bronze tier, 1 silver tier, and 1 gold tier. We're still counting the initial casualties and have medical staff treating those with serious injuries." Van Oyen gasped. "A gold tier monster appeared?" He walked up to the long, wide trench in the ground left by Xiaoba's attack and continued, "This gold tier Dithu, you were the one who took it down?" "It's truly hard to believe," Liet Dao reported, gesturing toward Tubok. "Mr. Van Oyen, it was Tubok and his beast companion that finished it off." Van Oyen let out an impressed "oh," then turned to look at Tubok, asking, "Is that true, Tubok? You took down that king cat?" Tubok replied, "Yes, it was me, along with the deputy commander. And the help of the other masters, too. It wasn't just my achievement." Van Oyen was very pleased with Tubok's modesty. He walked over, patted his shoulder, and smiled. "Well done, Tubok. After you graduate from the Martial Arts University, would you be interested in coming to Changzhou Fortress to continue your training? Even though the beast tamer profession is in decline, I will personally mentor you." Tubok scratched his head and said, I appreciate the offer, but I haven't considered it yet." Liet Dao spoke up then. "Mr. Van Oyen, the battlefield has been cleared, awaiting your instructions." Van Oyen said, "Good, head back to base." Liet Dao replied, "Understood." Shortly after, everyone returned to base. The students were being accounted for and lining up in an orderly fashion before the portal, preparing to head back. Liet Dao spoke up. "You kids, go back and train hard. You are the strongest generation I have ever met." The students replied, "Thank you, Deputy Commander." Liet Dao watched as the group began to enter the portal. Liet Dao mused, "These kids are really something special, especially that boy named Tubok. His future is limitless." Lu Vu Hin, standing nearby, heard this and nodded with a smile. "That's right, for a freshman to achieve that kind of power. I can't even imagine what his strength will be like in the future. Master Lu, we'll meet again if there's a chance. I owe Tubok my life this time." "You're being too modest. Goodbye, Deputy Commander, until we meet again." With that, she walked through the portal with her class. A split second later, they appeared at the Martial Arts University's teleportation plaza. Tabak exhaled, smiling. Finally, we're back. Lam Yanyin, walking beside him, sounded exhausted. Yeah, really. A crowd arrived with banners and fresh flowers. All the faculty and students of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University were there to welcome the returning heroes. As they finished speaking, they handed bundles of fresh flowers to each student exiting the portal. One female student smiled and handed a bouquet to a male student from Class 8. Welcome home, hero, she beamed. The student from Class 8 scratched his head. A hero? You mean Tabak, right? What are we? We're just background characters, nothing more. Two injured students walking behind them sighed. Yeah, just background characters. But hey, just surviving and making it back is good enough for me. If I hadn't lost so many friends, I would almost think that everything I went through today was just a dream. Nearby, Trong Kai patted Tabak's shoulder and spoke up. I've heard about this situation on the battlefield. You are the heroes of our Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. Your exam results this time will be the highest in history. Tabak smiled. Exam results? Right now, I just want to go back to the dorm, take a shower, and get a good night's sleep. A student behind him heard this and laughed in agreement. Same here. That night, in Tabak's dorm, hey guys, does anyone else feel like this bed is extra soft tonight? I've been sealed to this bed. Do you think we can count this as a major achievement? Yeah, this merit has to be credited to us, right? How many resources can you exchange for your merit? Speaking of merit, our brother, took out a gold tier. I bet he could exchange that for a whole basket of resources. Time to cultivate. Hey, brother 2, what kind of turtle is your Xiaoba? When I get back, I want to buy one to keep at home. It's not for any other reason, I just feel at peace when I look at Xiaoba. Well, about that. Early the next morning, Tabak's dorm room was being pounded on. Who is it? Stop knocking. It's way too early, Han Jiakang complained, yawning as he rubbed his eyes to open the door, and was shocked to see 4 beautiful girls standing there. What's more, each of them was holding a meal. Hello, juniors! We're from the Jiangwu Student Council. You're all heroes who just returned from the battlefield, so we brought you breakfast. We made it ourselves. Don't look down on it, okay? By the way, where's Tabak? As they spoke, the girls handed the food boxes to Han Jiakang. Han Jiakang took them and smiled. You shouldn't have, seniors. We definitely won't let your kindness go to waste. At the same time, he opened the door wider to let the girls into the room. As soon as they entered, they looked around and asked, Tabak? Who's Tabak? Where is he? Can we take a picture with him? Pham Huang An pointed at Tabak's bed and said, Brother 2 is out jogging. Do you guys know him? The girls looked at the empty bed and said with regret, He's not here? Why didn't you tell us sooner? It's true. Who in the whole school doesn't know Tabak now? It's a shame he doesn't know who I am. Seeing the girls about to leave, Dao Jitan chimed in with a grin. So, Brother 2 is famous now, huh? Obviously, hurry up and turn on the TV. Since Tabak isn't here, I'll just take this breakfast then. No sooner had she said that than the 4 girls grabbed the food containers from Han Jiakang's hands and took off. At that same moment, Tabak was out for a jog when he suddenly spotted a broadcast about himself on the big screen in the school courtyard. It was a major news update from the Long Nation military channel. Yesterday, several provinces experienced large-scale attacks by savage beasts against humanity's rear military bases. These beasts attacking the rear bases all featured gold-tier combat forces, and students from the major military academies in those provinces were devastated by the beasts. Only a few remained. During the battle, thanks to the powerful counterattack led by instructors and students from the Zhangzhou Military Academy, they managed to take down 1 gold-tier beast, 1 silver-tier, 1 bronze-tier, and several common-tier beasts were also taken down. First-year student. Tabak single-handedly held his ground against a gold-tier beast while being surrounded, with help from the instructors and a bronze-tier expert from the military. He achieved the incredible feat of killing a beast above his tier, while the entire front line failed. Only the Zhangzhou Military Academy emerged victorious. The Long Nation military has decided to specially award the title of Combat Hero to all participating students and instructors of the Zhangzhou Military Academy. Along with the Silver Wall Medal, student Tabak, for his outstanding achievements, is awarded a first-class individual medal and the gold-tier Silver Wall Medal. The report ended. The students in the courtyard immediately erupted in chaos. Tabak is a first-year student? That's insane! A Silver Wall Medal? I couldn't even get that in my next life. And a freshman just got one. Martial arts are powerful. Humanity will prevail. I really want to meet Tubok. Does anyone know him? I want to be friends with him. Tubok, feeling overwhelmed by their enthusiasm, got a bit scared and quickly covered his face, ducking into a quiet corner. Just then, his phone rang. He pulled it out and saw it was a call from home, so he answered immediately. As soon as he put the phone to his ear, he heard Tutu Moy's excited scream. Brother, you're on TV! Tubok sighed helplessly and said, I saw it. Tutu Moy kept shouting, Mom and Dad said you should come home. They probably have something for you to do. Tubok asked, Huh? That's not necessary, is it? At that moment, he heard his parents' laughter on the other end. My boy, you've achieved such great honor. Now all the neighbors want to meet you. Your aunt's niece just called earlier, his mom added. She wants to introduce you to a girlfriend. Tutu Moy chimed in. Brother, you should really come back. If you don't, our front door is going to be kicked down. Tubok sighed and said, All right, the exam's just finished. I have 2 days off, so I'll pack up and come home to visit. Tutu Moy said happily. Yay, you're famous now. Dad will probably be smiling in his sleep, Tubok said. All right, I'm hanging up now. Late that afternoon, at the apartment complex where Tubok's family lived, his parents were sitting inside. Suddenly, they heard a neighbor calling out, Hey, old Tu, I can't believe it. The hero of your family is back. Hurry up and go greet him. At the same time, down in the first-floor lobby, Tubok twitched his lip and wondered, Are they all waiting for me? Standing before him was an army of neighbors, all beaming with joy. They looked at him and said, Tubok is back. The hero is back. Do you remember me? I held you when you were just a little kid, Tubok said awkwardly. Everyone is certainly very enthusiastic, aren't you? Just then his parents and sister came down. Seeing Tubok, Tutu Moy happily rushed over. Brother, you finally made it back! A moment later, after his parents led him toward the apartment, the crowd enthusiastically followed behind. One auntie piped up, Oh, Tubok, come to my place for dinner. I've cooked seafood dumplings. Tubok smiled and replied, Thank you, Auntie Truong, but I'm allergic to seafood. Then an uncle spoke up. Come over. Old Tu, bring Tubok to my house. I've got a turtle stew in the pot. Let's have a drink together. Once they reached the doorstep, Tubok's father smiled and said, Thank you, everyone. We've prepared a meal at home. After he gets some rest, I'll let him come around to visit everyone. Tubok also smiled and said, Yes, I'll definitely come by to see you all later. Auntie Truong called out, Oh, old Tu, make sure to bring him over later. My niece is also a college student in the city. Let them get to know each other. An older man chimed in, Your niece isn't good enough for Tubok. My niece just graduated this year, old Tu. Introduce them, okay? A long while later, after everyone had finally dispersed, Tubok's family was finally able to go inside. As soon as he closed the door, Tubok groaned, If I'd known it would turn out like this, I would have waited until dark to sneak back in. Little sister. Tu shook her finger tiredly and said, It's no use. Aunt Truong already installed security cameras at our front door. She's waiting for you to get home so she can introduce her niece to you. Tubok's father spoke up. I'm cooking dinner myself tonight. His mother added, Go take a break, son. Your father and I will handle the cooking. You too, dear. Come give us a hand. Tubok didn't refuse. He tossed his backpack aside, stretched, and whispered to himself, Finally, I can catch a break. Suddenly, a system window popped up in front of him. Tameable creature detected. A kitten. Would you like to tame this kitten? Just then, too, little sister walked out, saw Tubok staring blankly, and asked with concern, Brother, what's wrong? Tubok asked, Do we have a cat? His sister walked toward the small white cat eating in the corner and smiled. You mean Little White? It's right there, eating. Tubok asked, Huh? Why didn't we get a more high-end pet? His sister sat down, stroked Little White's head, and smiled. Little White isn't bad at all. It's so cute. Besides, you took Little Bat away. I just happened to find Little White on the street and brought it home. Tubok smiled. All right, then. If you say it's cute, then it must be cute. Seeing how much she loved the cat, Tubok was about to give up when the system window appeared again. Tame creature, kitten. Rank, common, beginner. Bloodline, holy white tiger. Potential, infinite growth, will eventually become a god. Talent, claws, 100% attack speed increase. And 100% attack power increase. Evolution path, feeding system. Do you want to tame this kitten? Tubok looked at this cat in disbelief and whispered, What? This stray kitten? Could it really have the bloodline of a white tiger? Just then, Little White looked over at him. His sister noticed and said, "It seems to like you." Tabak had completely changed his mind and decided to tame it. He put on his gentlest smile and asked, "Sister, I have something to discuss with you. You know I'm a beast trainer, right? Can I tame this little kitten?" His sister quickly hugged the cat, looking at him defensively. "No way! You already took Little Bat away. Don't even think about taking my Little White." Tabak said, "I think everything is negotiable. How about this? Don't you want a new laptop?" His sister hugged the cat tight as she ran away. "Not even that! I'm not giving you Little White." Tabak chased after her, saying, "Don't you want that dress you liked?" His sister kept running, shouting back, "Not that either! No deal!" 2 days later, Tabak returned to school with a backpack containing a white cat. Little Bat looked at the kitten and grinned as if saying, "This is the boss's school. I'll protect you from now on." Little White gave him a glance. "You're in my spot," he thought. Meanwhile, students around them recognized Tabak and started whispering, "Is that really Tabak?" "Probably. Why does he have a cat in his bag? Is he a cat lover? That's the guy who won the gold medal. He looks pretty normal, though. Why are so many girls running to the dorm to look for him?" Tabak thought to himself, "Maybe I should start wearing a mask when I go out." Just then, the school loudspeaker crackled, "Attention, attention! Tabak, if you can hear this, please report to the principal's office immediately. Tabak, if you can hear this, please report to the principal's office." Tabak was curious. Why would the principal want to see me? A while later, in the principal's office, "Tabak, you're a real hero of Huaxia. Given your extraordinary performance at military base F269, the school intends to reward you. What do you want?" He'd heard that the principal was notoriously stingy. Getting food for Little Bat from him probably wouldn't be easy. Tabak replied, "Thank you, school. Thank you, principal. I don't think the school should spend too much on me. 100 gold tier beast cores would be enough." Sure enough, the principal flipped out at the number. 100 gold tier cores? You might as well break my bones. Why don't I just let you be the principal instead? Well, 100 silver tier cores would be fine too. Don't even dream about silver tier. I wouldn't even give you the spare change. Tabak insisted. I don't need that gold medal, principal. Can I trade it? For 50 silver tier beast cores? I got hurt for the school too, Tabak argued. Humans are humans because the strong protect the weak. That is their mission and responsibility. You saved that group of students. That is the awareness and mission you must have as a strong individual. Do you understand? Seeing that logic wasn't working, Tabak changed tactics. Principal, cut the empty talk. 50 silver tier beast cores. Surely the military and the school won't let a talent like me be ignored. Tell you what, I'll make the call. I'll give you 10 bronze tier beast cores. Finally, after some back and forth haggling, both sides agreed on 15 bronze tier beast cores. Right. Besides the reward, there's one more small thing to inform you of. The school has chosen you as the representative for the male division in this year's inter-school tournament. Tabak was frustrated. What? This tournament is the real reason you were waiting for me, isn't it? Principal, that's so unfair. Watch your mouth. As part of Jiangzhou Martial Arts University, bringing honor to the school is your duty as students. Besides, don't you want those resources? It's that simple. The prizes for the inter-university tournament are incredibly generous. Tabak pursed his lips. Principal Ha, the inter-university tournament brings together elites from hundreds of schools. It won't be easy to place high. The principal waved his hand dismissively. How can a young person be so fearful? All right, get going and prepare. Meet at the training hall tomorrow morning. Don't be late. The next morning at the training hall, the inter-university tournament was organized by the military. Although the resources that the Ministry of Education allocates to our school are not as good as those of prestigious universities or the martial arts universities in the capital and Man City, I still hope you can all achieve great results. Now let's start the roll call. The principal read out each name. First was Ho Than Thu, a mid-bronze ranker with a wood attribute ability, followed by Hung Thien Tuong, Bak Ngung Bang, and Phuong Ku Cha. While waiting for his name, Lavin Tuong complained to Truong Man Ni, "It's so unfair. Our Jiangzhou Martial Arts University was founded late, so the training resources available to students are much fewer than at those famous schools." Truong Man Ni nodded in agreement. Yeah, I heard our school's ranking has been really low for the past few years. A little later, roll call is finished. This year, our school has 10 representatives participating in the tournament, all of them the most outstanding students from each year. Now I have an announcement. This year, the team captain for the inter-university tournament will be Tubok. As soon as the announcement was made, Bok Ngung Bong and Hung Thien Tuong glared at Tubok with hostility. Tubok felt awkward and said, "Principal, me as captain? Is there some mistake? Making Tubok the captain is a decision made by the school board after careful discussion," the principal stated. Bok Ngung Bong refused to accept it. "Sir, Senior Thanthu is the strongest among us in terms of both strength and experience. Why let a first-year student take the role of captain?" Hung Thien Tung Chimidin, exactly. Tubok is only a low bronze ability user. Compared to Senior Thanthu, he's a whole level behind. On what grounds is he the captain? The principal was furious. "You've all seen the news from the past few days, haven't you? Tubok has the strength to take down a gold rank beast. If any of you want to be captain, if you have the guts, go kill a gold rank beast and bring it back. I'll replace the captain immediately." Bok Ngung Bang scoffed. Who knows how he managed to kill a gold rank beast? Maybe it was just pure luck. Hung Thien Tuong echoed, "That's right, I don't buy it either. Right now I want to challenge you, Tubok." "I also want to challenge you, Tubok," said Bok Ngung Bang. Even Trongman Ni turned to look at Tubok with a knowing smirk. "Seniors, I really have no interest in being captain," Tubok pleaded, while cursing inwardly. "This old man is truly cunning. Isn't he just forcing me to become everyone's target? That's it, everyone, go back and prepare. There are less than 20 days left until the tournament. I look forward to seeing everyone's performance." With that, the principal quickly left, leaving Tubok to his own devices. Tubok also followed the principal's lead, made an excuse about having work to do, and vanished, which only made Bok Ngung Bang's group hate him even more. "Coward! I don't believe he could kill a gold rank beast." "Don't be so quick to judge, just wait. During the tournament, I'll show him." Back at the dorm, Bok took out the bronze rank beast core to feed Little Bat, hoping it would level up. Little Bok saw Little Bat eating something good and got jealous, fighting for food. "Don't be impatient, Little Bok. You'll have your share too. Your level is too low. Use the blood key recovery potion first." Only then did Little Bok behave and stop grabbing from Little Bat. In a flash, Little Bat had devoured the beast core. "Little Bat, you eat way too much. One bite from you costs tens of thousands, even millions. You still want more? How much more do you need to evolve? These are the last few. If you don't evolve, from now on, all resources go to Little Bok." With that, Tubok poured all the remaining bronze rank beast cores for Little Bat to eat. As soon as the cores were in Little Bat's belly, it started to evolve. Congratulations to the host. The Black Tortoise has reached mid-bronze rank. Pet level has been increased. Black Tortoise bloodline activated, 30%. All attributes enhanced. Talent improved. Physique, 8,568. Defense, 862. Agility, 95. Spirit, 90. Talent. 1. Black Tortoise Barrier. Can gather Black Tortoise power to create a protective shield, increasing defense by 500%. Talent 2. Tortoise Spirit Possession. Consumes a portion of stamina to coat the whole body with Black Tortoise energy, increasing attack power by 200% and defense by 300%. Talent 3. Black Warrior Gravity. Activates the skill on a target. The target is pulled toward the Black Tortoise by the suction force. If they don't get close, their speed is significantly reduced. Finally, it leveled up. Although the number of Little Bat's skills didn't increase, its attribute stats and talent level had improved significantly. Tubok hadn't finished celebrating yet when Little Bok also started to level up. Congratulations to the host. The kitten has reached high common rank, awakened talent, nether ghost steps, possesses a portion of the White Tiger Holy Beast bloodline. Sangro infinitely, eventually becoming a deity. Physique, 39. Defense, 38. Agility, 79. Spirit, 25. Talent, 1. Sharp Claws. I spent some stamina to activate 100% attack speed and power boost, and my second innate skill, Blood Absorption, also costs a bit of stamina to kick in. It boosts attack power from 100 to 500%, scaling up as I get more heavily wounded, and my third innate skill, Nether Ghost Steps, also costs stamina to activate. That one boosts movement speed by 100 to 200%, scaling based on blood consumption. Thanks to both pets leveling up, Subai's own stats have seen a significant boost too. That's my boy. Little White's perception is insanely high, almost explosive growth. Both Little Bat and Little White have finished leveling up, and now they're just waiting to shine on the inter-school tournament stage. The next day, at the Zhangzhou Martial Arts University Library. Wow, I didn't expect the library here to be this huge. Subai marveled, and the female librarian smiled. Well, obviously, our library existed even before the school was founded. It's the backbone of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. I can't believe a freshman has already racked up 180 credits. The beast training books you're looking for are right over there. If you need to look anything up, just go ahead and find it. Subai walked over to the shelf, the librarian pointed out. There were tons of books on beast training, but one really caught his eye. Luofan? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Subai tried reading a few pages. Heaven and Earth Return, Immortal Soul, Divine Weapon Gathering, Sacred Beast Armor, Elemental Root System, Elemental Resonance. Elemental Resonance. I've already mastered this skill. Immortal Soul? Sacred Beast Armor? What does that mean? At the same time, Hu Qingchu and her friends also entered the library to find references, and they noticed Subai. Hey, isn't that the top freshman? Her friend scoffed. Just a beast tamer. No matter how many books he digs through, he's got no future. Come on, let's head over there. Qingchu's other friend urged, so they just acted like they didn't see Subai and walked right past him. Subai didn't even notice they were there. I was too busy being engrossed in this book called Luofan. I had no idea Senior Luofan was this brilliant. He didn't just invent the three great miracles, Elemental Resonance, Sacred Beast Armor, and Immortal Soul. He even stood alone against the invasion of the 10,000 races. It's a shame that in the end, due to a lack of power, he fell on the battlefield. I really need to read this book carefully. Just then, the book suddenly started glowing and floated up, and Subai felt a surge of power flowing into his body. A moment later, Subai went back to the librarian to check the book out. The librarian saw this book and couldn't hide her shock. That's strange. This book doesn't have any classification label on it. It definitely doesn't belong to the library. It seems like it doesn't fit into any system. Suba was confused. No way, I just pulled it off the shelf. The librarian took the book to examine it, but there was something odd. No matter what she tried, she couldn't open the book. Impossible. I was just reading it fine a moment ago. Can you let me see? Subai took the book back and opened it with the greatest ease. Look, see? Why couldn't you open it? Huh. Well, that's definitely wrong. Just take it and read it. You can return it when you're done. Can I keep it as long as I need? Subai asked, and she replied, yes, that's right. Subai happily put the book away and said goodbye to the librarian. The moment he left, she immediately called the principal to report that the book he left on the shelf had been taken by that student. The principal couldn't hide his surprise. He was actually able to open that book? Yes, I saw it with my own eyes. It was that freshman, Subai. Excellent. The principal hung up, his eyes looking into the distance. Luofan, the one I've been waiting for 100 years has finally appeared. If you were watching from the afterlife, you'd be very happy, wouldn't you? 2 weeks later, the inter-school tournament officially kicked off. This event didn't just grab the students' attention, it also drew intense focus from the press and media. The tournament was split into 5 zones: East, South, West, North, and Center, with each zone selecting 2 elite teams. 8 martial arts schools from Zhangzhou province gathered at Zhangzhou Martial Arts University for the competition. The contestants from Longying Academy and Fuchuan Academy started trading barbs the moment they met. Longying Academy actually dares to show their faces here? They're just here to get themselves killed. Who's getting killed is still up for debate. Just wait and see, you pathetic Fuchuan losers. Inside the waiting room, everyone representing Zhangzhou Academy was there except for Subai. He's our team captain, right? Don't tell me he's going to chicken out at the last second. Just as a male student said that, Subai appeared. How could I possibly back out at such a crucial moment? How has his strength improved so much in just a few days? Liu Yuxin thought to herself, then smiled and said, I'm glad you're here. The tournament is about to start. You need to decide the lineup, she urged. Subai replied confidently, Don't worry, teacher, I've already got it covered. Outside the arena, the announcer spoke. Ladies and gentlemen, teachers and students, please keep quiet. A month ago, the Beast clans launched a large-scale force to pin down our frontline military. Then, a smaller group of beasts bypassed the front lines and attacked military bases in several provinces. In the attacked provinces, Martial Arts Academy students were almost completely wiped out by the beasts, with only a few survivors. Fellow citizens, we must avenge this blood debt. Immediately, chants erupted. Revenge! We must have revenge! Destroy the beast clans! Humanity will surely prevail. The announcer continued, with the spirit of our people. How can we worry about other clans not being annihilated? This is the very meaning of today's Inter-Academy tournament. I now officially declare the Jiangzhou Provincial Tournament open. This tournament uses a team battle format. Each team can field up to 5 members at a time. The losing team leaves the arena, while the winning team continues to face challengers. The team with the last person standing wins. Next, we will draw lots to determine the order of battle. A moment later, the matchups were set. Longying Martial Academy versus Tandan Martial Academy, while Hangzhou Martial Academy would have to face Qingyun Martial Academy. I didn't expect to draw Qingyun, someone noted. Longying had already fought Tandan, but our lineup hadn't been decided yet. Liu Yuxin couldn't help but worry. Subai, how did you arrange the order? The principal approached and asked the same thing. Subai confidently replied, I'm going first. As for the other 4, you all can figure it out yourselves. His words left everyone baffled. Shouldn't we plan our strategy based on Qingyun's lineup to counter them? You're going first? If you don't win, what happens then? Hu Qingchu voiced her concern, and another person added, that would just be an embarrassment for Jiangzhou Martial Academy. Everyone relax, I definitely won't let you down, Subai said. This kid, in just a few days, his level has increased so much. He truly has incredible talent. Thinking this, the principal still stepped forward and whispered to Subai, Kid, don't be too arrogant. Can't you show some respect to your seniors? Otherwise, you'll alienate everyone and it'll be hard to get along at school later. Just then, the announcement came from outside. Tandan Martial Academy wins. Tandan's strength this year is overwhelming. They finished off Longying Martial Academy so quickly. Subai, it's your turn, Liu Yuxin said. All right, everyone watch closely, Subai replied. He walked onto the arena. A youth from the other team sneered, I want to see what kind of skills you have. Below the stands, seeing Subai walk out, the Jiangzhou students erupted in cheers. Among them were Lin Yanyan and Jia Kang shouting, Subai, go for it! You must win the championship! On the stage, the opponent asked, You're the freshman who took down a gold-tier beast, aren't you? Yeah, that's me. The captain of Qingyun Martial Academy, Li Longfeng, stepped onto the stage and said confidently, Today, I'll show you what true power is. While he was building up his momentum, Subai calmly opened his bag and called out, Xiaoba, come on out! Longfeng looked at it curiously. Kid, is this your beast? He laughed contemptuously. You didn't bring your pet to the arena, did you? Subai pulled snacks out of his bag and said, I was in a rush and didn't have time for breakfast. The audience was shocked. Why is he bringing a baby turtle to a tournament? Others chimed in. Jiangzhou Academy really has nobody left. They even let a guy like this on stage. His teammates were also stunned and whispered among themselves. Hey, is Subai sitting on the arena eating peanuts and drinking soda? How can this guy be so dismissive of his opponent? His opponent is bronze tier. I wonder if he can pull it off. Subai nonchalantly finished his soda and ordered Shoba. How many beast cores have you eaten already? Don't embarrass me. Shoba began to activate its ability, making the opponent wary of the power. Could this turtle really be his beast? Shoba's body grew, shifting into its Xuanwu form. It was massive, several times larger than the opponent, who screamed in terror. This is too scary! The entire audience watching the live stream gasped. Whoa, that turtle is huge! Is that one eye the size of a ball? Is that skin on its body? No, that's clearly armor. It looks like shimmering metal. Oh my god, those claws and limbs! No wonder Subai could kill a gold-tier beast. Who could survive a slap from that thing? His peers couldn't believe it either. Since when could Xiaoba get this big? As for Yen Yin, she was truly filled with admiration, seeing that Tabak had grown even stronger. Tabak urged Tam to finish things quickly. Before Longfeng could even get his bearings, a giant claw was already right behind him. Tam had knocked his opponent down with a single blow, leaving him paralyzed. On the ground, in a state of utter disbelief, he stammered, That ended way too fast. Tabak sat in a corner, encouraging him. Hang in there just a little longer, classmate. I want to finish my soda before we keep fighting. That calm attitude infuriated Langfeng. He barked back, You arrogant punk! Langfeng struggled to stand up, trying to steady himself. That was just a lucky sneak attack. I need to focus all my strength now. But out loud, he sneered, "What are you acting so tough for?" His skin was already covered in a layer of rock-hard stone. He looked at him coldly. "Let's see who's tougher then." But no sooner had he finished speaking than Lang Fong was attacked. Tam lunged at him with incredible force. To the shock of the MC, Tam threw him out of the ring, straight toward Tabak's team area. It was a swift and decisive victory. Everyone was still stunned. "Wait, it's over already?" "Tabak won!" "This turtle is way too strong," the principal remarked, adding, "That young man has so much potential." The other spectators were buzzing with chatter. "Is the captain of Than Van Martial University an idiot? How could he not dodge a slap that big? And it didn't even look that fast, right?" Hearing that, someone else couldn't help but chime in. "You clearly don't understand physics. It looks slow, buddy." "That's only because it's so massive," the chatter continued. "Even a mid-level bronze-tier ability user couldn't stop that turtle. This is getting impossible to deal with." "Are you kidding? How can something that can slay a gold-tier beast be that easy to handle?" Tam wasn't this strong before, was he? On the big screen, the MC announced, "In the first match, Tabak of Jiangchao Martial University wins. Please welcome the second contestant from Than Van Martial University, Truong Tuyen, to the ring." Truong Tuyen was a mid-level bronze-tier ability user. "Be careful," she thought to herself. "I have to rely on my speed to win. I can't let that turtle get close to me." She then nimbly darted toward Tam. The MC's excited voice boomed, "Truong Tuyen is using her speed advantage." She stayed moving well outside the giant turtle's attack range, and the audience cheered her on. "That's it! Keep fighting like that! I told you that guy from before was just an idiot." In her heart, Truong Tuyen calculated, "Just needs to find an opening, and one strike is all it takes to win." Wu Hin had to admit it. Truong Tuyen was dodging constantly, looking for an opening. At this speed, the turtle couldn't possibly hit her. Thanthu also felt Tabak was being too arrogant. Down by the ring, Tabak was still nonchalantly eating peanuts, not even caring about his opponent. Tam vigilantly followed Truong Tuyen's every move. She somersaulted through the air and called out, "Your turtle is strong, but—" Just as she finished, Truong Tuyen zipped past Tam. Her target was Tabak. "I choose to take out the Beastmaster directly." Faced with her attack, he remained completely calm. It's too late to turn back now. Wu Hin shouted anxiously to warn him, "Danger! Truong Tuyen is going for a direct attack on Tabak." Yen Yen was also tense as she watched the match. She screamed, "Watch out!" Truong Tuyen lunged at Tabak. "You're finished." Facing the tip of her sword, he still calmly finished his can of soda. At that exact moment, Truong Tuyen was sent flying by Tam's tail. The audience found it incredibly satisfying. One hit. "Nice! The divine turtle swings its tail," Yen Yen whispered in relief. "You scared me to death," Huang An also praised. "Great hit, Tam." Tabak's whole team was once again blown away by him. Tabak won again? That was way too fast. Thanthu also held him in high regard. "This Tabak is truly strong." Wu Hin looked at him with pride. This kid, down on the floor. Tabak finally spoke up. "Finally, I'm full." He politely reminded his opponent, "You were standing way too close to me. Tam has a heavy hand, classmate. Go get your injuries treated quickly." "All right, I guess I should get serious now," Tabak declared. "Who's next to challenge me?" The whole arena erupted with the excited cheers of the crowd. The next challenger was also defeated by Tabak in an instant, yet another one down. Tabak kept looking for the next person until no one was left to challenge him. The referee declared, "Jiangchao Martial University's Tabak wins." Finally, he had won, amidst the astonishment and the admiration of all the spectators. "Oh my God, that guy Tabak from Jiangchao Martial University spent the whole match eating peanuts and won a 7-man gauntlet relying on a turtle. I've truly never seen anything like this. To think he's grown up so much. I have never seen a contestant this arrogant. That was so satisfying to watch," Huang An cheered. "Tabak is the best." The crowd also greatly admired Tabak's 1 versus 5 victory. Shouts of "Wu Tam 1 versus 5 echoed throughout the stadium. Tabak 1 versus 5. That made Tabak feel quite helpless. Why does that sound so weird? "It feels like they're saying I'm the turtle." Wu Hin took the initiative to pat his shoulder and praise him. "Tabak, you did great." The principal also acknowledged the results. Tabak had used his own strength to defeat Thanson Martial University, a not-so-weak opponent. This was truly a victory worth being proud of. making Jiangchao Martial University shine brightly. To those flowery praises, Tabak still modestly replied, "You're too kind." The principal reminded them, "All right, this morning's match has concluded. Everyone, take a break now. We'll continue the second round of the tournament after lunch. The cafeteria will be open for all athletes free of charge for the duration of the tournament. Feel free to head over there and grab a bite to refuel." Everyone was overjoyed upon hearing that. "Free food? That's awesome." Over at the Fuxuan Martial Arts University Lounge, the principal was busy discussing the next match. If we end up facing Changzhou Martial Arts University, it's highly likely they'll send Subai out again. The team members were also very wary. That pet of Subai's is practically invincible in close-quarters combat. What do? The principal started assigning roles. "If we really do run into Changzhou Maokai, you'll take on Subai." The other girl agreed. "Right. The captain possesses poison attribute abilities, so he doesn't need to engage in close combat." Maokai also assured, "Don't worry, I'll keep my distance and use my poison when the time comes. I'll definitely take that turtle down." Over at the Xinjiang Martial Arts University Lounge, their principal was trying to reassure the students. "Everyone, don't be discouraged. Subai is strong, but his weaknesses are also very clear. Find an opportunity to break through the turtle's defense. Defeating Subai is our only path to victory." Li Feng volunteered for the task. "The principal is right. If we face Subai this afternoon, I'll handle him. Actually, Zhang Xuan's strategy this morning was correct. It's just that his speed wasn't fast enough." The principal nodded immediately. "Agreed. Li Feng, you're a speed-type martial artist. Just wait for the opening and strike Subai directly," he confirmed. "Got it." The afternoon matches were about to begin, and the MC was heating up the atmosphere. The matches this morning were truly captivating. All the students showed such fighting spirit, full of passion and fearless courage. Now the second round of the tournament begins immediately. We'll proceed with the random draw. The audience started guessing curiously. "I think Changzhou Martial Arts University won't even need their other members to show up this time. Subai could defeat the other schools all by himself. Having a teammate like that is just too amazing." Others didn't agree. "Don't celebrate too early, this is only within the province. Once they run into martial arts universities from outside the province, Changzhou might still get crushed into the dirt." Asi also muttered dejectedly, "We were always the ones who couldn't lift our heads before. Now that Subai is here, we don't even have a role to play anymore." The MC announced, "I will now announce the results of the second round draw for the provincial tournament. First match, Changzhou Martial Arts University versus Xinjiang Martial Arts University. Second match, Fuxuan Martial Arts University versus Anyi Martial Arts University. Third match, Longying Martial Arts University versus Qingyun Martial Arts University. Fourth match, Xishuang Martial Arts University versus Jiangsu Martial Arts University." For the first match, it was Subai from Jiangzhou versus Li Feng from Xinjiang. Li Feng knew it. Just as expected, they sent Subai out first. Good thing we prepared a strategy to deal with Subai beforehand. Subai, as usual, took the initiative to show concern for his opponent. "Classmate, don't be so tense. Relax a little. Just bear with it, and it'll be over soon." The MC shouted, "The match begins!" Li Feng's entire body was covered in a layer of energy. He said coldly, "Subai, don't get too arrogant." Li Feng used his green wind steps to move at extreme speed. He circled to the side of Xiaoba, then dodged aside. Li Feng delivered a kick straight toward the turtle shell, but he realized helplessly that he couldn't break the defense at all. "What?" Xiaoba's tail whipped down, but Li Feng dodged it. The spectators were speculating, "It looks like that turtle is impossible to hit. Look, guys, the turtle seems to be getting annoyed by Li Feng." It was making a fuss. "If Li Feng suddenly attacks Subai, do you think he has a chance to win?" Someone agreed, "I think there's a chance. Could that turtle really be lacking in intelligence? Isn't this just bullying Subai?" The girls were cheering him on enthusiastically. "He's too much, but I like it. Go Li Feng." Down on the arena floor, Li Feng was still busy, trying to provoke Xiaoba. "Come over here and chase me!" Qingshu figured out his plan. It looks like he wants to lure Xiaoba away from Subai. Yusin was also anxious on Subai's behalf. What is he doing? Why hasn't he thought of a way yet? Tiantong watched and realized, it seems like he's looking for something. As it turned out, what he was looking for was a can of Coke. Finally found it. Sorry, the lunch was a bit salty. Subai calmly drank his soda while the crowd cheered passionately for his opponent. Go Li Feng! Go Li Feng! Li Feng stopped at a certain spot. He estimated the distance. Even if he swung his tail, it would be useless. Just at that moment, Li Feng lunged toward him. Subai, you look down on others too much. I, Li Feng, will make you pay. Subai remained calm and called out to Xiaoba. A wave of energy surged forward. Li Feng was frozen in midair, but he could still speak. What is happening? Why can't I move? Only then did he realize that Xiaoba had released an illusion to control him. Subai ordered coldly, All right, stop playing around, finish the fight. Xiaoba opened his wide mouth toward Li Feng. He became even more terrified. Wait, what are you trying to do? Xiaoba gave him the answer. Li Feng was blown high into the air. His body slammed into the stadium wall, punching a huge hole through it. Only then did the audience realize, I get it now. It's not that Li Feng isn't strong, it's that Subai is just too freakish. If I were facing Subai, I'd rather just surrender than fight back. Facing Li Feng's defeat, his team members asked their leader, Principal, what do we do? Li Feng is already injured like this. I was helpless, unable to bear the sight of Li Feng's miserable state. There's no other choice. Let's just forfeit. The MC announced, What a pity. Facing a powerful opponent in Subai from Jiangzhou, the Xinjiang Martial Arts University team has decided to forfeit. Next up, Fuxuan Martial Arts University will face off against Jiangzhou Martial Arts University. The announcement left the audience stunned. Why would he forfeit without even fighting? Someone asked. Tabak is just too powerful, another replied. Better to concede than to be humiliated for nothing. Wu Hin let out a sigh of relief. All right, Tandan has voluntarily forfeited. Tubak can now conserve his energy to deal with Fuxuan. Thien Truong retorted, What more energy does he even need to conserve? Thanthu remained very cautious, noting, The captain of Fuxuan specializes in poison attribute abilities. He won't be easy to handle. The MC announced the start of the match, and Mao Kai immediately took the initiative to speak. Wait, don't be in such a hurry to attack. Tabak, I admit you're very strong. I know I'm no match for you. How about we make a deal? Tabak calmly asked, What kind of deal? He steered the conversation elsewhere. Student Tabak, you really are powerful. I might not be your opponent today, but I'd love to discuss some matters regarding beast taming with you. Tabak was surprised after hearing this. What is this guy doing? He really wants to discuss beast taming with me? Oh, I see now. You're trying to stall for time. People with poison attribute abilities need a long time to mobilize their energy. Tabak immediately commanded 2-8 to engage. Poisonous substances spilled from his hands as he coldly remarked, Only just realized it now? Toxic fumes billowed out. It's too late. Even if you are a god-level beastmaster, you cannot escape my poisonous mist. As the mist closed in on Tubak, he said confidently, He can't escape, Thanthu said anxiously. This is bad. Tubak is being too reckless. I heard that in previous trials, Mao Kai took down quite a few high-level beasts using that poison. Upon hearing this, Wu Hin became even more distressed. What should we do? Only the principal remained calm. Don't panic. The outcome is far from decided. 2-8 thrashed about in the thick, toxic fog, while Mao Kai took the opportunity to move toward. Tubak, inside the poisonous mist. You can't see anything, but I am unaffected, he thought triumphantly. Let's see how long you can hold out in my toxic mist. Tubak, you're being too careless. Let me release my poison creatures. This match will be over in no time. Seeing his silhouette sitting cross-legged ahead, he remained confident. Are you meditating to resist the intrusion of my poisonous mist? But you're not just facing poisonous mist, you know. He swung his hand, shouting, Die! But his strike was blocked by a barrier Tabak had set up. Tabak calmly asked, You're trying to attack from behind while inside a poisonous fog? It's a pity you ran into me. Mao Kai screamed in shock. How is this possible? You're a beastmaster. How can you withstand the full force of my toxic claws while in the toxic fog state? At the same time, in the stands, the principal explained to the students, It's the same source lineage. Wu Hin and Thanthu exclaimed in unison, The same source lineage? He replied, That's right. This is the high-level talent of a beastmaster. Tabak can transfer his beast's defensive capabilities to himself. Below, Tabak waved his hand irritably. Finish this quickly. Your poisonous mist is really annoying. 2-8's figure appeared. Mao Kai lamented, Oh no, it's all over. I was sent flying out of the arena by 2-8. Huang An cheered happily. Brother 2 is just too strong. He knocked out the poison user right out of the fog. Yen Yin also admired him. thinking, "Tabak, I won't let you get too far ahead of me." With that spectacular victory, the whole arena erupted in cheers. "Tabak, King 8, 1 versus 5, the MC announced. Because Mao Kai from Fukshuyan Martial University no longer has the strength to continue, Fukshuyan has decided to forfeit. The championship of this provincial tournament goes to Zhangchao Martial University, Tabak. He gently patted Tu8's head. Done. The match is over. The principal was thrilled and praised him. Tabak, you have brought glory to Zhangchao Martial University this time. Well done. Tabak spoke up. In that case, principal, are you going to provide me with some more resources and medicine? Hearing this, he knew right away. This kid is trying to take advantage of me again, isn't he? I won't be tricked so easily. The principal replied tactfully. Zhangchao Martial University has won the provincial championship, and the military will award you all military merit points. You can just head to the logistics department to exchange them for resources later. Thientung asked dejectedly. Sir, only Tabak participated. What do the merit points have to do with us? The principal replied awkwardly, this, and quickly changed the subject. Anyway, 3 days from now, we have to go to Lakthan to participate in the regional tournament. Is everyone confident? Only Tabak shouted, Confident! Upon hearing this, the principal ordered them to disperse. Good. Everyone is tired. Go get some good rest and prepare for the regional tournament in 3 days. Do your best. Tabak still tried to ask, Principal, what about the resources? The principal hurried away, not forgetting to add, Especially you, Tabak. I look forward to your outstanding performance. See you in 3 days. Tabak cursed the old fox under his breath. He ran away the moment I mentioned resources, didn't he? On the street, the host was reporting on the recent tournament. The provincial tournament of the Bok Hok League has now concluded. The top 3 teams are Dado Martial University, Mado Martial University, and Truong Than Garrison Martial University. Many prodigies performed excellently in this tournament. Among them, the most outstanding is Tabak of Zhangchao Martial University. In all 3 matches, he won by taking on 5 opponents at once, securing the overall championship for Zhangchao province this time. A strong youth makes a strong nation. We hope students from martial schools everywhere can learn from Tabak. Be brave, fight for the top spot, and bring glory to your schools. The girls on the road heard the news and were totally swooning. Look, Subai is on the news again. I really want to get to know him after the match. Suhak made his way to an empty training room, finally finding a quiet spot. He let Shobak out. He knew the little guy was impatient. There would definitely be a chance to get out on the field later. He had only been able to exchange his merit points for 4 high-tier silver-rank beast cores. Hey, you've got to pace yourself, okay? Subha handed a beast core to Shobak and told him to eat up. No sooner had he swallowed it than a massive surge of power exploded from Xiaobai. The system notification popped up. High-tier common rank promoted to early-stage bronze rank. The kitten evolved into a sharp gold white tiger and awakened its holy white tiger bloodline. It gained the talent, Sharp Gold Gale. Subai was stunned. 1 core and it already leveled up? It really was the white tiger bloodline activation. He decided to let him eat the remaining 3 cores. Go on, finish the rest, but take it slow, Subai carefully instructed. No one's gonna steal it from you. Eating these might get you another level up. But he waited and Shobai didn't change at all. You finished them all already? How come there's no reaction? Those were high-tier silver-rank beast cores, you know. Living up to his expectations, a burst of energy erupting from Shobai was even more intense than a tornado. The light it emitted made even Subai stare in shock. He stammered, unable to find the words, Holy crap! Shobai's silhouette shifted from a small kitten into a giant snow leopard. Subai exclaimed, Whoa, that's so cool, even cooler than Xiaoba. Shobai's status sheet updated. Sharp Gold White Tiger promoted to mid-stage bronze rank. Beast type, Sharp Gold White Tiger. Specialization, Carnage and Slaughter. Rank, mid-stage bronze. White Tiger bloodline activation, 30%. All stats increased significantly. Talent enhanced. Physique, 158 points. Defense, 105. Agility, 295. Spirit, 60. First talent, Sharp Gold 100 Claws. Consumes a certain amount of stamina to attack a single target 100 times in a very short period. The first attack deals 150% of base attack damage. Each subsequent attack increases damage by 2% compared to the last. Second talent, Sharp Gold Spirit. Consumes stamina to coat the entire body in sharp gold energy. Every strike causes a laceration effect of 200%. Can be combined with Sharp Gold 100 Claws to significantly increase total damage. Third talent, Sharp Gold Ghost Shadow. Consumes a large amount of stamina. Movement speed and attack speed skyrocket by 300%. Can be combined with Sharp Gold 100 Claws to complete 100 attacks in the blink of an eye. Bai felt it was worth feeding him those 4 high-tier silver cores. These stats are absolutely game-breaking. He happily patted his head. Good boy, Shobai. The regional league results are all on you. At the same time, in a mansion in the imperial capital, a mysterious person was watching his match. He mused, Subai, interesting. It seems the kid is hiding quite a few secrets. Go and look into this, Subai. Who knows, this turtle of his might be even fiercer than that one Luofan had back in the day. The subordinate immediately obeyed, Yes, sir. 3 days later at the Luohe Arena, the grand scale of the event left everyone in awe. As expected of the Luohe martial arts tournament, even the arena is several times bigger than ours, the audience chanted in unison, Luohe, Luohe, we're going to take first place. The principal told his students, This Luohe tournament seems like they're trying to intimidate us. Subai looked curiously to one side. Principal? Why is there an empty section over there? The principal explained, I heard only 9 martial arts academies are participating this year. One school voluntarily withdrew. Subai was still puzzled. If only 9 schools are participating, then when the random draw happens, doesn't that mean one school won't have to fight? The principal replied, Exactly. Now it's just a matter of who gets lucky. The school that gets the bye will advance directly to the next round. Hearing this, Subai silently prayed, Please don't let me draw the bye round, or I'm done for. I was hoping to fight a few more rounds to earn enough merit points for that glutton back there. Kingshu also voiced her desire. Principal, no matter what, please let me enter the ring. Ching Ching also spoke up. That's right, Principal. We also want to be allowed to fight. Seeing their fighting spirit, he agreed immediately. All right. Students, don't worry. Everyone will have a chance to play this time. Wait for Subai to draw lots first. The host announced the results. All right, the draw is complete. Now I will announce the matchups. First match, Luohe Academy versus Fuchuan Academy. The second school receiving a bye in this round is Zhangzhou Academy. This announcement left Subai deeply disappointed. While the principal was thrilled, Subai, you really are a lucky charm. We don't have to fight in the first round and are straight into the next. Wuxin also had to admit, you really are lucky. You should go buy a lottery ticket. Only Subai was grumbling to himself, why am I so unlucky? I actually drew the bye round. I wanted to get out there and fight. The MC announced, Round 1 begins. It seemed the Fuchuan Academy contestant was having a hard time defending. The Luohe Academy contestant was seizing the opportunity. Attack harder! 2 hours later, the host picked up the results for the next draw and announced, The round of 8 and 4 is over. And here are the results for the second round. The result shocked her too. Huh? The school receiving a bye this round is still Zhangzhou Academy. The audience was outraged. What the hell? This is definitely rigged! The audience shouted helplessly. What kind of luck is this? Zhangzhou Academy hasn't done anything but sit in the stands watching the matches. How are they doing that? I traveled all this way just to see Subai sitting on the bench eating sunflower seeds and drinking soda. One slip-up is one thing, but that's it. Why were they skipped twice in a row? Do you think they might be? Is Hevo Martial Arts University scared of a head-on collision with Tobak, so they deliberately left Yangzhou Martial Arts University out of the bracket? That's not right, is it? This is so unfair, to leave such a powerful fighter as Tobak sitting on the sidelines repeatedly. You guys have zero respect for your opponents. Sensing the audience's outrage and suspicion, the military representative spoke up. After a thorough inspection, they found no evidence of foul play or match-fixing by Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. The match continues. The headmaster of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University is overjoyed. Incredible. With this, we've climbed to 3rd place in the war zone. Just one more win, and we'll be in the grand finals of the 5 war zones. Meanwhile, Tobak is tearing his hair out. Why am I being skipped again? Are they not letting me fight at all? An hour later, the arena is hotter than ever, buzzing with the crowd's roar. The moment of truth is almost here. The War Zone finals are about to begin. Luoha. Loha! Loha! The MC announces the next match is Jiangju Martial Arts University versus Lanzi Martial Arts University. The Jiangju students are hyped. Finally, it's our turn. Vin Kyung takes the initiative and asks the headmaster, "Let me lead the charge this time, please." The headmaster reminds them, "Students, stay calm. Even though we've been lucky, we can't underestimate our opponents." He starts assigning them one by one. Vin Kwong, Ngung Bang, you two take the stage first. Next is the match between Than Tan and Than Thu. Tabak, you'll be the anchor, the one who decides it all. They shout in unison, "Yes, headmaster, we will definitely bring glory to the school." Unlike them, Tabak is slumped over, thinking, "So that's it then. Looks like there's no chance for me to shine." The MC shouts, "Match start! First up, Vin Kwong, at the early bronze stage, versus the mid-bronze stage opponent. Despite giving it his all, he sadly fails. The next one, Nguong Bang, goes full aggressive the moment she hits the stage, completely abandoning defense. She fights like her life depends on it, forcing her opponent to back off repeatedly. Jiangju wins. Than Than, the school beauty, her combat techniques are no joke. With one strike of her soft whip, balancing offense and defense, she knocks her opponent straight out of the ring. Jiangju wins! Wu Hin claps excitedly. "We won again!" The headmaster is quite surprised. He suddenly feels that the other's strength has also improved by leaps and bounds. Could it be the influence of that kid, Tubak? Meanwhile, Tubak is still moping, thinking, "When on earth is it my turn to fight?" "My war credits," the MC announces. "Next for Jiangju is Than Thu," he says bluntly to his opponents. "You two, come at me together. Let's save some time." The opponents are furious. "Don't be so arrogant. Otherwise, you're going to be crushed." The MC agrees. The rules allow one person to challenge multiple opponents at once. The match is about to begin. Tabak is indignant. 2-on-1? That kid? Are you seriously not going to leave me a single chance? Than Thu focuses his spiritual power. He says politely, "My apologies." A massive ancient tree manifests behind Than Thu, making everyone gasp. This is a wood attribute ability. The tree radiates fierce energy, entangling his opponents. They warn each other. "Be careful. Those leaves are trouble. Keep pushing. He can't maintain that spiritual output for long." Tabak, watching from above, is also amazed. A wood attribute user, capable of manifesting a 1,000-year-old maple tree like that? Than Thu's spiritual power is truly terrifying. The headmaster thinks, Than Thu's strength has grown again, as expected of someone from that family. The audience is in awe. Jiangju Martial Arts University is truly a hidden gem this year. Dark horses keep popping up. Some even compare them. Damn, is Senior Than Thu really that strong? I still think Tabak is a bit stronger. After all, he's a beastmaster who once defeated a gold-rank enemy. Than Thu's opponents, facing the storm of power, realize, this guy shows no sign of weakening at all. Than Thu remains calm, controlling the leaves to attack. He coldly waves his hand, and a whirlwind of leaves surges toward the target. Bam! Both of them are defeated. The announcement rings out. The result of this round, Jiangju Martial Arts University wins. Congratulations to both Jiangju and Luoha for advancing to the national finals. The headmaster heaps praise on him. Than Thu, your performance this time went beyond everyone's expectations. Truly brilliant. Than Thu replies, "Thank you, headmaster." He adds, "However, in this round, the one who deserves the most credit is..." Tabak is shocked. "What? I'm the MVP? Is he mocking me for not getting on stage?" Hai explains, "If not for Tabak being exempted from the last 2 rounds, we wouldn't have won so easily. All right, everyone is tired. Go get some rest. 1 week from now, we'll be heading to the national finals. Aside from the war credits you've already earned, the school will provide additional abundant resources as a reward to help you all grow further." The whole group cheers. Long live the headmaster. This is great. Meanwhile, Tabak is silently calculating, since I didn't get to fight, I've got to find a way to earn some resources to feed those 2 gluttons. At the Lam estate, Yen Yin is still hard at work practicing her inscriptions. Uncle Van Uyen comes by to remind her, "Yen Yin, time to eat." She tells him, "Uncle Van Uyen, I'm not hungry. I want to practice for 1 more hour." Van Uyen looks at her helplessly. This child, ever since Tabak joined the 100-school tournament, spending every single day just watching Tabak's matches and grinding away at training without a care in the world. He completely fails to grasp the principle that life needs a balance between hard work and taking time to relax. Seriously. Only then did Yen Yen remember, "Oh, right. Uncle Van Iron, the medicine you gave me is almost gone. Could you please help me ask my father for some more?" Wanting to boost her strength as fast as possible, he had no choice but to agree. "All right, fine." Van Iron left helplessly, unable to stop himself from sighing. Many top-tier families in the imperial capital had tried to propose marriage, but she had turned them all down. I truly wondered what kind of love potion Tabak had fed her. 7 days later, at the magic capital, Madu, the students from Jiangchao Martial Arts University arrived and were left in awe of the architecture of the school. "That school gate? Tell me that's not made of solid gold, right? It's so sparkly, this is just way too flashy." Even Tabak felt that such a grand gate must have cost hundreds of millions just to build. How extravagant and wasteful. The principal chimed in, "Not just hundreds of millions. The material costs alone reached 1.8 billion. Furthermore, this gate was built through the combined efforts of 20 gold-tier experts and 5 platinum-tier experts in a single day. Look at the school motto there, Madu Martial Arts University. Between that and this gate, it's all meant to broadcast the spirit that only the strong can protect the country." A representative from Mado stepped up to greet them. "Welcome, students from Jiangchao Martial Arts University. Hello, Principal Chu. I am the Vice President of the Madu Student Council. Welcome to our university. Please follow me." The principal nodded. "All right, sorry to trouble you." Vin Kyung didn't like the attitude of the Mado side. They really know how to put on airs. Our principal from Jiangchao personally led the team all this way, and they only sent a student council vice president to greet us? Mani agreed. If it were someone from the Imperial Capital Martial Arts University, their principal would have surely come out to welcome us in person, not just a vice president. Meanwhile, Tubak was very curious about the architecture of one particular building. "What is that?" The principal explained. "That is the gravity-controlled training zone." Tabak sighed with regret. "If our academy had a training zone like that, we could train hundreds of silver-tier students every year." They stopped in front of a hotel. The student representative introduced, "Welcome, everyone. This is the hotel where you will be staying. The first floor has a 24-hour buffet with ingredients made from the meat of beasts from the 10,000 tribes. Prepared by top-tier chefs, this is incredibly useful for boosting a martial artist's blood energy. Plus, it's all you can eat." Tabak asked to be sure, "Senior, is the beast meat here really unlimited?" He replied, "Of course, you've traveled a long way. How could we at Mado Martial Arts University let you go hungry? Eat to your heart's content, you'll definitely get your fill." Tabak excitedly rushed off. "First things first, little 8, little Bach, you guys are in for a feast," Truongmin asked with a strained smile. "Is this guy starving or something?" Vin Kwang explained, "You guys really don't know how much that turtle of his can eat." Meanwhile, Ni was very worried. "Oh my god, Tubak is already inside. Will there be anything left for us to eat?" Seeing the students running off, Truong Min said to the principal, "We better get in there, or we'll be going hungry tonight." As for the principal, he was already used to it. Young people are just so full of energy, it really makes you chuckle. The next day, at the final round, the entire stadium erupted in cheers. "Go, go!" Vin Kyung was impressed. Not bad at all. The Madu Stadium is truly on another level compared to other regions. Mani was also amazed. "A stadium this big? I've only ever seen it on TV." The principal immediately reminded them, "All right, everyone, wipe those 'I've never seen the world before' looks off your faces. I will explain the rules for this competition. There are 13 martial arts universities participating in this final tournament. Because they are the ones directly managing the Fortress Guards, the Fortress Guard Academy automatically advances to the top 4. So, there will be no more forfeits." Vin Kwang asked in surprise, "Why does the Fortress Guard Academy get a free pass to the top 4? Mani also spoke up. "That's right. That seems unfair," the principal explained. "Because the Fortress Guard Academy is a training facility for military talent. You might not know this, but the Fortress Guard Academy is the only school located on the front lines of the 10,000 tribes battlefield." Vin Kwang was shocked by this news. "What? A military talent training facility?" Bach finally understood. "Placing a school on the front lines of the 10,000 tribes battlefield, huh? This school is truly impressive." The principal continued. "That's right. So generally speaking, The national finals are where the true experts are hidden. You must absolutely not underestimate anyone. It's still up to Tu Bok to lead the charge. Then Thu will be the one to finish the matches. They replied in unison. Yes, sir. Zhang Chao will definitely win, the MC announced. Teachers and students, and please settle down. The inter-university tournament finals are about to begin. Here are the results for the first round draw. Match 1, Jiangchao Martial Arts University versus Hoan Martial Arts University. Match 2, Imperial Capital Martial Arts University versus Hoa Dong Martial Arts University. Match 3, Madu Martial Arts University versus Nam Kim Martial Arts University. The 3 matches will be held simultaneously. Principal Chu breathed a sigh of relief. Our luck isn't bad. We didn't run into the top 3 martial arts universities in the first round. But Vin Kung was still worried. Huantan's level isn't much lower than ours. How about I go first? Tu Bok cut him off. No, I'm going first. I want every school here to know the attitude of our Jiangchao Martial Arts University. The MC shouted, The match begins! The opponent greeted him proactively. You're Tu Bok, right? It's already quite an achievement that your Jiangchao Martial Arts University made it to the finals. That's as far as it goes. Subai opened his bag and released Little 8. Little 8, let's wrap this up quickly. Little 8 let out a roar that shook the entire arena, leaving the audience stunned. Zhangzhou Martial Arts University is sending in a beast trainer? And with a turtle? Seriously, that turtle again? It looks even bigger now. This is gonna be good. The opponent started to panic. This thing, it's way too big. This is cheating. He was sent flying immediately, still shouting, I don't accept this. Subai looked genuinely surprised. You're that weak? I hadn't even taken my snacks out yet. His opponent was still dazed. Aren't beast trainers supposed to be pretty useless? How is he crushing a martial artist of a higher rank like it's child's play? The spectators were baffled. This is the national final, and Subai brought a folding chair? He's totally looking down on his opponent. Someone else spoke up. You haven't seen Subai's previous matches, have you? That defensive turtle has incredible power. It's definitely at the silver rank. Exactly, if you had such a powerful pet. You could easily crush bronze martial artists and be this arrogant too. The next opponent stepped onto the stage, coldly questioning Subai. Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, don't you think you're being a bit too insulting? I'm going to make you regret this. Meanwhile, Subai was scrolling on his phone reading a comic. Oh, this comic is actually pretty good. Gotta leave a like. Little 8 unleashed a burst of firepower, wiping out the opponent in an instant. The announcement blared. Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, Subai wins. Yongqing watched the match and couldn't help but exclaim, Snacks are one thing, but bringing a folding chair? Is this really the attitude he was talking about? The principal felt helpless. This Subai, he's really not humble at all, humiliating the opponent like this. How am I supposed to eat with Principal Tran from Huantan Martial Arts University after this? On the other hand, Thenthu remained cautious, warning them not to celebrate too soon. They might face a real challenge now. Is that the captain of the Imperial Martial Arts University? The match on the Imperial side was also intense. Watching from afar, the arena exploded with surging flames, followed by the announcement, Imperial Martial Arts University wins. The Imperial captain looked coldly at his opponent. Went a bit too hard there, my bad. The principal realized he's a fire attribute martial artist from the Imperial Martial Arts University, and a peak silver rank at that. Yongqiang gasped. A silver rank fire martial artist. This is the power of the Imperial Martial Arts University. It's truly terrifying, Thanthu added. If it weren't for the academy principal and the guards, I fear only the Magic City Martial Arts University could compete with Imperial Martial Arts University. Yen Yin reported to the viewers. Like, comment, share, and follow. Hope you all support us more, the MC's voice echoed. Zhangzhou Martial Arts University wins. Just then, Min Kon, a student from Laha Martial Arts University, volunteered. Principal, let me deal with this Subai. I want to let Zhangzhou Martial Arts University taste what it's like to be 1v5. The principal agreed. Very well, Min Kon. Use your speed to secure the win. Don't engage that turtle head-on, he assured the principal. Don't worry. The MC announced, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University versus Laha Martial Arts University. Subai versus Min Kon. Match start. Min Kon stepped onto the stage, looking composed. Subai, you exploited my lapse in the previous round, but Zhangzhou Martial Arts University won't get that lucky this time. Subai didn't even take him seriously. Oh? Another silver rank wind attribute user? Little 8, go. Minkon began to radiate a chilly power, confidently saying, "Feel the power of the wind. Let me show you the strength of a silver ranker." A whirlwind storm surged forward, but he realized, damn it! The gravitational pull of the earth. I can't lock him down. Before he could react, he was eliminated. He unleashed his ultimate move, a powerful blast. Goodbye, little bronze rank brat. Subai was slightly annoyed, finishing the soda in his hand. This wind. How am I supposed to eat my sunflower seeds properly now? Minkon remained confident in his technique, expecting Subai to be crushed. As the dust settled, he couldn't help but shout, "Went a bit too hard. Go home and tend to your wounds." But suddenly, Subai appeared like a god through the thick dust. The black tortoise barrier had protected him, not leaving. A single scratch. Subai looked confused. "What was that? What did you say?" Minkon was stunned motionless to see his opponent unharmed. How is this possible? Someone actually mastered La Femme's ultimate technique? Subai looked at him coldly. "So you're a wind attribute user, huh? You're pretty confident in your speed, aren't you?" He ordered Little 8 to fall back and released Little White onto the field. "If you want to play with speed, I'll play along and see what you've got. Little White, it's your turn to shine." Minkon saw him release Little White and scoffed, "Subai, are you stupid? You brought your pet cat out?" The entire audience began to buzz. Who is this student's school, anyway? The entire audience is buzzing with curiosity, wondering which school this student is from. It seems he's from Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. That guy is quite interesting. Bringing his pet cat out with him. That little kitten is so cute, I want to raise one like that too. Truongkai is also surprised. What is Tabak doing? He must be trying to mock his opponent. From the little chair and the soda can to bringing a pet out to taunt him. Man Nai is also very worried, but is that really effective? The opponent is someone who possesses wind-based abilities, you know. The principal reassures her, "Don't rush, just watch and see. That cat is no ordinary cat." Minkon, unaware that his end is approaching, remains arrogant. "Why don't you bring that turtle out too?" Tubak only whispers to Tubak not to go too hard, as this is just a match, not a battlefield. Tubak lets out a roar and transforms into a giant beast. Minkon thinks he misheard. Huh? That roar, and that shadow just now. I couldn't have imagined that, right? Tubak lunges at his opponent. The guy notices the creature's body keeps changing and growing larger. Below the stands, the spectators are amazed. That's not the cat from his house, is it? That's clearly a massive tiger. This must be a white tiger. I've seen them in animal books before. But they aren't that big. Vin Kyung also asks Thanthu suspiciously, "Is that the cat from Tabak's place? He transformed into a white tiger again?" Thanthu isn't sure either. Could this tiger be the second beast that Tabak has tamed? Thien Truong hears this and disagrees. How is that possible? Even for a silver-ranked tamer, taming a second beast is extremely difficult. The principal remains much calmer than the youngsters. It seems Tabak has more secrets than we could ever imagine. A wind-based attack shoots out like a silk ribbon, carrying a sharp, icy chill, wrapping around Tubak's neck. But Tubak disappears, leaving Minkon shocked. An illusion? How is this white tiger so fast? How can this be? I don't believe it. No matter how fast it is, it can't beat the speed of wind. Not believing his eyes when he can't hit Tubak, he shifts his target toward Tubak. Forget it, regardless, as long as I defeat you, I win. With agile movements, he charges toward Tubak at lightning speed. Go to hell! But waiting for Minkon is Tubak, who has upgraded into the majestic and imposing sharp metal ghost form. Faced with that fearsome power, he can only gasp. No way! Tubak gently swats his opponent off the arena floor. He falls heavily into a corner just like the others. The MC announces, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, Tubak wins. The entire audience exclaims, "Oh my god, Tubak won again?" A bronze rank peer, defeating a silver rank team captain from a prestigious school. It was almost a total crush. This must be a fake, right? Is it just me, or does Tubak's white tiger feel even stronger than that turtle? What exactly is this huge tiger? Why is it so fierce? Cheers of Tubak, Tubak, Zhangzhou wins echo throughout the stadium. The judges also look at him with new eyes. This student Tubak, I haven't heard of him before. Is he a freshman at Yangzhou Martial Arts University? Do even the team members of the top two schools, Imperial and Magic City Martial Arts Universities, only have this level of skill? Did Zhangzhou Martial Arts University actually produce a prodigy like this year? Zhangzhou Martial Arts University is about to rise. This will definitely explode. In the lounge of Magic City Martial Arts University, they keep trash-talking that Lakha Martial Arts University team. They are way too weak. That country bumpkin. Bringing two tamed beasts, ruining our banquet worth tens of thousands. If we run into him, we definitely won't let him off. The captain of Magic City Martial Arts University, Tao Tu Hien, also speaks up. He is way too arrogant. If we meet them in the top 4, Magic City Martial Arts University will definitely teach him a lesson and beat him to a pulp. His teammates chime in sycophantically. Exactly. Captain is right. A bumpkin like that deserves to be taught a lesson. Another round begins. Tubok knocks down his opponent with his claws. The MC announces, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, Tubok wins. The next opponent is whipped off the floor by Tubok's tail. Tubok wins again. Another opponent steps onto the mat. The result is still, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, Tubok wins. The MC cheers, Congratulations to Zhangzhou Martial Arts University for successfully entering the top 4. The students of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University are all ecstatic, shouting, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University has risen. Tubok! 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 The school principal is so moved that his eyes well up with tears. Heaven has eyes. My Zhangzhou Martial Arts University has finally made it into the top 4. His teammates are also very happy. Zhangzhou is rising. Well done, Tubok. This time let's see who dares. With eyes full of respect, the principal of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University walked down to greet us. Subai, you really didn't let me down. You've been the greatest hero of our Zhangzhou Martial Arts University for hundreds of years. I humbly replied, Principal, this is just my duty. He continued, We've made it to the top 4. Our mission is accomplished. This will be the most glorious chapter in the history of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. Rest assured, students, you've dedicated so much to the school, and the school will reward you accordingly. Suba was taken aback by this. Principal, isn't there still a semi-final match? Why do you say the mission is already accomplished? He wondered to himself, is the old man planning to just hand over the multi-billion resource prize from the championship to someone else? I, for one, disagree with that, I said. The principal sighed. Subai, our goal was the top 6, and we've already achieved that. You don't mean to challenge the status of the 3 top-tier prestigious universities, do you? Thanthu was stunned. What? Challenge the 3 top-tier universities? On the contrary, I remained calm and replied, why not? I spoke boldly to this principal. Just look at the entrance gate of Maru Martial Arts University. That alone cost 1.8 billion. Even if we become the 4th prestigious university, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University can't afford to be that extravagant, right? In my opinion, we should aim for the number 1 spot and then build an even grander gate. We must be brave and fight for first place. Thanthu was fired up by my drive. That's right. Subai is right. We can't just give up like this. Thien Trong also chimed in. Subai, even though I don't particularly like you, given your performance, you deserve to be the team captain. For this top 4 competition, please lead the way and arrange things for us. I agreed immediately. You got it. The principal didn't stop them anymore. You students are full of fire and courage, very commendable. Go back and rest up and prepare well for tomorrow's top 4 competition. Brave enough to fight for the top spot. Watching them walk away, he thought to himself, these kids, so impulsive and full of passion, and they actually dare to challenge the 3 top universities. Inside the Supreme Military Command of the Long Kingdom, voices could be heard. General, sir! The inter-university tournament is heading into the top 4 semi-finals, expected to conclude in 2 days. The counterattack gear against the 10,000 races is ready. We are gathering at the front lines of the battlefield, ready to strike the 10,000 races at any moment. The general replied, Good. He stood up and directed, Just wait for the 100 university tournament to end. The counterattack against the 10,000 races will officially begin. Every student must head to the battlefield to eradicate the enemy. They all shouted in unison, full of spirit, Yes, to avenge the thousands of students and teachers who sacrificed their lives. Those who offend the Long Kingdom, no matter how far, shall be punished. The next morning at the Mado Hotel, Subai was absorbing techniques from his manual, while Shoubai and Xiaoba were eating voraciously. His whole body erupted with energy as he shouted, Saint Beast Armament, activate! But then he suddenly face-planted onto the floor. This truth left Subai confused. What was that? The system notification chimed, Congratulations to the host for successfully. comprehending the special innate talent of the beast tamer, spatial swap. Within a range of 1,000 meters, the beast tamer and their pet can swap positions, ignoring all restrictions. The new skill surprised him. Spatial swap? Glancing at Xiaoba sitting on the chair, I felt a bit annoyed. Did Xiaoba and I just swap positions instantly? What kind of skill is this? Oh well, you can never have too many skills. Who knows? It might have an unexpected use on the battlefield. Let's go, Xiaoba, Xiaobai. Time to go challenge the 3 top-tier universities. On the giant screen, the MC began the introduction. Audience members, after a day of intense fighting, the inter-university tournament has finally entered the top 4 stage. Next, I would like to solemnly introduce the Great Wall Garrison team. The Great Wall Garrison originated from the military base of the Great Wall Protection Force. Established in 1907, it is one of humanity's earliest military bases on the front lines against the 10,000 races. Throughout its 94-year history, the Great Wall has seen over 100 battles. The students and faculty of the Great Wall Garrison have fought to the death, eradicating countless monsters and powerful enemies, yet they have always stood firm without falling. The motto of the Great Wall Garrison is, "While the 10,000 races remain, the Great Wall shall never change." To this day, the strongest powerhouse of humanity, Mr. Nhipthan, the only person to have reached the king rank level, is the honorary principal of the Great Wall Garrison. This is also the reason why the powerful enemies of the 10,000 races dare not step even half a pace into their territory. The Great Wall Garrison is the strongest martial arts university in the Long Kingdom, the Shield. On the front line of humanity, the Great Wall Garrison is truly worthy of that title. The audience was in awe of their presence. People say the Great Wall Garrison is a city of heroes. Every student there is a hero. Today I can finally see it with my own eyes. The Imperial Capital Martial Arts University and Motto Martial Arts University are already that powerful. And the Great Wall Garrison is even stronger than them? I can't even imagine how terrifying their power must be. Did you hear the presenter say it's just those 5 members? Do they not have a reserve team? Someone replied, "My friend, you're stating the obvious. They're the Great Wall Garrison. Do they really need a reserve team?" The principal also introduced them to his students. King rank Nhipthan is the wall of humanity. For our Jiangzhou Martial Arts University to face the Great Wall Garrison, it is already a great honor. Subai heard this and felt incredibly expectant. I wonder when I'll be able to be like him, to become a protective wall for humanity. The MC announced that the top 4 tournament is about to begin. Here are the results of the first. The Guardian Army Academy will face the Imperial Capital Martial Arts University. In the second match, the Magic City Martial Arts University will face the Changzhou Martial Arts University. Sitting in the lounge, Tu Hien glanced at the tournament bracket and said with disdain, "Honestly, I'm not even interested. Having to face Changzhou Martial Arts University? I'm way too lazy to even bother fighting against such weak teams." His teammates shared the same sentiment. The opponent is Jiangzhou Martial Arts University? Such a pathetic team. Even winning wouldn't bring us any glory. Others chimed in, "Exactly. Jiangzhou Martial Arts University is such a nuisance. How dare they even try to squeeze into the top 4? Captain, just let me go up there and wipe out their whole team at once." The MC announced, "Introducing our first fighter from Changcheng Military Academy, Captain Han Zhan, a sovereign-level powerhouse and grandson of General Han. Look at that armor. The purple and gold armor he's wearing is crafted from a core of unknown diamond-grade material. Who will the Martial Arts University send to face him?" Captain Han Zhan spoke up. "Wang Yang, don't waste any more time. Let's just have one decisive match. Captain of the Imperial Martial Arts University, Wang Yang, do you dare to face me in a duel?" The audience went wild. Han Zhan directly challenged Wang Yang. Was it really going to be a king versus king battle between Imperial Martial Arts University and Changcheng Military Academy right from the start? "Too exciting," they roared in unison. "King versus king! King versus king!" His opponent also stepped forward as Wang Yang, the captain of Imperial Martial Arts University, replied, "Old Han, if you want to fight, then let's fight. Why make such a fuss?" He laughed loudly. "I'm just afraid you're going to lose." The female fans screamed, "My idol Wang Yang! Wang Yang is mine! He's so handsome!" Even the principal praised them. Han Zhan versus Wang Yang, the match was intense from the very first second. "Youth is indeed an advantage," Subai muttered while watching the audience cheer enthusiastically. "Is this Wang Yang guy really that handsome?" "I don't see it," he said. "Vin Quang Lao La, you two go up next. Go show them something special. Hearing this, he felt unsure. Me? Go up first? Are you sure that's a good idea? Hanjan was pumped up. Let's start. I'll let you make the first move. Wang Yang unleashed his gale fist, scattering clouds in response. Then I won't hold back, Kyong. Like a howling wind, he struck straight at Hanjan's defense. The audience was stunned. To think he developed his diamond-grade armor to this extent. With agile movements, he repeatedly attacked the opponent's armor with his spear. What good is high vitality? What good is sharp armor? The principal below exclaimed in admiration. Wang Yang is a martial artist with an incredibly fast attack style. Combined with that howling gale, you can't even see his figure clearly. This is truly terrifying, Subai thought to himself. Is this the strength of a mid-stage silver rank? I'm only at mid-stage bronze. On the arena floor, Hanjan coldly pointed out his opponent's weakness. A flaw! He swung his blade, his momentum surging. An Earth-grade combat technique was unleashed. A single move, heaven-splitting slash, cracked the ground beneath their feet. Wang Yang struggled to defend himself. Even the judges were shocked. Is this General Han's heaven-splitting slash? I remember 3 years ago, General Han used this exact slash to slay a diamond-grade enemy. The power is terrifying. To think he could force Wang Yang to this point. To use such a high-damage offensive technique as a control move. It's hard to believe. Others praised him. Excellent. For Hanjan to come up with such a strategy, he truly deserves the title of the military's #1 commander. Wang Yang immediately counterattacked with an Earth-grade technique. Void-breaking spear, surging toward his opponent with immense power. Hanjan just replied coldly, matching force with force? Wang Yang, you've lost. A massive explosion erupted in the arena. Wang Yang couldn't dodge the strike. The audience watched the tragedy in silence. That strike was just too ruthless. And that was just using the back of the blade. If it hadn't been, the Imperial Martial Arts team's Wang Yang would probably be a corpse by now. It's just a match. Did it have to be so vicious? This is just a sparring match in an arena. Can't you show some restraint? Wang Yang struggled to keep his body upright. I concede. Old Han, you're good. I lost. The MC announced, the semi-final for the top 4, Changcheng Military Academy wins. Subai had to admit, it seems the strength of the Changcheng Military Academy is truly formidable. The principal turned to his students with concern. The first round is over. It's our turn now. Vin Quang, are you ready? He replied, I'm ready. The principal advised, Vin Quang, know your limits. We value the experience and want everyone to have a chance to get on stage. If you can't hold on, just concede. Absolutely do not push yourself too hard. He reassured him, don't worry. Principal, I will absolutely not bring shame to Shangzhou Martial Arts University. The MC announced the start of the second round. His opponent, Loi Q, arrogantly said, this is going to be interesting. Hey kid, how do you want me to play with you? Vin Kyung brandished his tyrant blade and shouted, come at me! Loi Q effortlessly dodged the blade and asked coldly, is that all you've got? Now it was his turn. He activated his power. The energy ripples tore Vin Quang's clothes to shreds. Loi Q sneered, let me write a few things on your body. He swung his blade again. I'm going to play with you properly now. Man Yi, watching from below, was furious. This is going too far. This is clearly an insult. Thien Trong couldn't take it anymore. Principal, let Vin Quang leave the stage. Only Subai called out. Wait, look. Vin Quang is protecting his honor. Protecting the honor of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. As Loi Q's blade pressed against Vin Quang's neck, he threatened, kid, if you don't concede now, it's going to get much worse. Aren't you scared? Vin Quang trembled and said, I, Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, will absolutely not concede. He punched Vin Quang hard. Still not conceding, huh? Vin Quang firmly replied, absolutely not. This stubbornness made Li Shou furious. Fun, this is fun. Let's see how long you can take it. Hurry up and surrender. Vin Quang was like a broken record, repeating, absolutely not surrendering. Even before losing consciousness, he still managed to gasp out, absolutely not. Before he could even finish, he collapsed. The spectators were outraged. Is there any humanity left? Isn't this a bit too cruel? There's no need to torture your opponent like that. The MC announced that in the first round, Lei Xiao of Magic City Martial Arts University won decisively. Subai was also furious. Vin Kung, you Magic City guys are going too far. Thien Trung also rushed up, impatient. Let me take him down. Gung Bang was the next to step up. I was seething with rage, swearing, it's my turn to enter the arena now. I will absolutely not let this guy continue to act so arrogantly. The principal warned him to be careful and not to engage in a direct, head-on clash. Seeing him step into the arena, Lei Xiao said arrogantly, "Oh, another one? But you don't look very interesting, do you?" Gung Bang unsheathed his sword and replied coldly, "You talk too much." After the announcement that the second round had started, Gung Bang swung his blade. "I'm coming for your life," he shouted. He used his ultimate technique, the white spirit blade style, which took his opponent by surprise. As expected, Ruthless, you really do want my life. Too bad I won't give you the chance. The audience was shocked by the brutal exchange. Are they really still just kids? Is this what a battle between martial artists is really like? Is it this gruesome? Maybe we should call this match a draw? They're going to kill each other if they keep going. I'm 100 meters away and I can almost smell the thick scent of blood. This is too terrifying. Lei Xiao for once felt a flicker of fear and asked his opponent, "You don't care about your life at all, do you?" Gung Bang, determined, repeated, "I told you, I'm taking your life." Lei Xiao moved with lightning speed, sneering, "Still running your mouth." In the blink of an eye, his sword was at Gung Bang's throat. At the end of the day, you're just a low-level bronze-ranked martial artist from a garbage academy. You lose. Gung Bang struggled to resist and suddenly asked, "Did you forget? Zhangzhou Martial Arts University never surrenders." He used his opponent's sword to pierce through his own body and the opponent behind him. Lei Xiao never expected him to be this desperate. He screamed, "Are you crazy? This is basically suicide." Gung Bang remained firm. "As long as I kill you, that's enough." His hand secretly exerted more force. "This is the battle of Zhangzhou Martial Arts. I'm not like you, someone who only knows how to bully the weak. Go to hell," Lei Xiao screamed in pain. "No, don't kill me! I don't want to die! Principal, save me!" A hand intercepted the blade, preventing Gung Bang from continuing. Seeing who was behind him, he begged the principal. The principal announced, "This round, Magic City Martial Arts University admits defeat." The MC was shocked. "Oh? Magic City is forfeiting?" The principal coldly used his ability to push the sword away from the two of them. Principal Chu also rushed up to Gung Bang. He supported the boy's injured body and questioned them. "Is this the kind of student your Magic City martial arts produces? Humiliating your opponent in the arena, then crying for help the moment you face death?" The Magic City side replied coldly, "Old Zhang, don't think that just because you made it to the top 4, you have the right to challenge Magic City." Principal Chu retorted, "Don't think only the students of your Magic City are precious. The lives of our Zhangzhou martial arts students are just as valuable." The man replied, "Talking is useless. Let's meet in the arena and settle who is stronger." Principal Chu had played his trump card. "Fine. Subai, get out there. Give them everything you've got. Whoever touches our people from Zhangzhou must pay a heavy price." Subai stepped onto the stage, bursting with fighting spirit. "Make them pay a heavy price. Principal, rest assured, leave it to me." Looking at the student on the stretcher, the principal said with a heavy heart, "Gung Bang, you have brought glory to Zhangzhou." Tan also comforted him. "We are so proud of you, you must focus on your recovery." Subai would definitely teach them a lesson. On the Magic City side, Tu Hian suggested to the principal, "Let me go. I'll take care of these Zhangzhou losers right now." The principal reminded him, "Tu Hian, don't be reckless. The final match is waiting for you. I, Subai of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, hereby challenge Magic City Martial Arts University. If you lose, I demand that Magic City publicly apologizes to Zhangzhou. Does Magic City dare to accept the challenge?" The audience shouted in agreement, "Apologize! You must make Magic City apologize! Subai, keep it up! Defeat them! We believe in you!" Someone was live-streaming the match. "Zhangzhou challenges Magic City. Do you think Magic City will bow their heads and apologize to Zhangzhou Martial Arts University?" Zhangzhou pushes forward to confront the top-tier Magic City, demanding an apology. This headline is not bad at all. Magic City was still arrogant. "Apologize? Do you guys from Zhangzhou even deserve one?" Wang Thin volunteered, "Let me go and teach him a lesson. Let Zhangzhou know just how big the gap between us really is." The principal agreed. "Fine, Huang Thin, you go this round." Seeing Huang Thin walk up aggressively, Subai asked coldly, "Are you here to apologize?" He answered confidently, "Humph, this so-called apology is just the meaningless whining of the weak." Why should the strong apologize to the weak? Being strong means being right. Strength is the only truth. Subai replied, well said. MC, let Magic City send someone else up. Fighting one by one is too slow, and I'm in a hurry. The audience gasped at his words. The captain of the Magic Capital Martial Arts University, Zixuan, hadn't even stepped into the arena yet. Yet Subai was already acting so arrogant. Zixuan is on par with Wang Yang, the strongest student at Magic Martial Arts. Magic Martial Arts is indeed a bit over the top, but how could Subai possibly take on both of them? On the arena floor, he continued to provoke his opponents to come forward. Seeing this, the Magic Martial Arts principal felt humiliated. Since when did Zhangzhou Martial Arts dare to provoke them like this? Use your strength to show Hangzhou Martial Arts that the dignity of Magic Martial Arts cannot be trampled upon. Zisan accepted the order and rushed out. Fine, if Zhangzhou Martial Arts is so desperate for a beating, I'll grant your wish. Kid, I'll show you that shouting without strength only brings disgrace upon yourself. His appearance left the judges stunned. Wait, look at the twin swords in Zixuan's hands, Millennium Cold Iron and Magma Crimson Iron. These two swords were actually forged from such rare materials. And those two spirit cores on the hilt, those are inner cores from platinum-level monsters. The Cao family and Magic Martial Arts really poured all their resources into Cao Zixuan. These two swords are priceless. The Ice-Fire War God graduated from Magic Capital Martial Arts and left behind his strongest cultivation technique. Could it be that Zixuan is practicing that very technique? Below, Zixuan looked at him arrogantly. Kid, don't say we at Magic Martial Arts are bullying you with our strength. I'll give you time to release your pet. Otherwise, I'm afraid you won't get another chance. Subai calmly replied, I appreciate the offer, but I alone am enough to defeat you all. There's no need for a pet. Huang Qing burst out laughing upon hearing this. A beastmaster who dares to engage in close combat against us without relying on his beast? Are you kidding me? Tenchong, down below, was also shocked. What? Subai isn't using his pet? Then how is he going to fight? Principal Chu realized. He's activated the origin synchronization. This kid. Zixuan swung his sword and shouted, such arrogance is just begging for death. The weak should have the self-awareness of the weak. Subai just said coldly, you're in quite a rush, aren't you? He unleashed Sharp Metal Finger. 02 Sharp Metal Ghost Images activated. Earth Spirit Possession, open. Increase speed, strength, and defense. Subai's eyes were filled with determination. He roared, now I'm going to settle the score with you, Magic Martial Arts. Huang Qin was the first one he settled the score with. Watching him get kicked flying, Zixuan was finally panicked. How is this possible? King Shu also realized, this kid's speed has already reached the gold level. And his body, how can a beastmaster be this strong? King Qing explained to him, did you guys forget? Back in the day, when the great master Luo Fan mastered the origin synchronization, how overwhelming was his combat power? King Shu still couldn't believe it. Is Subai really comparable to the great Luo Fan? Isn't it a bit of an exaggeration to compare him to the great Luo Fan? Subai asked his opponent just one question. Have you ever felt complete helplessness? Zixuan replied confidently. I admit you have the qualifications for me to take you seriously. But that's where it ends. His fire-licking blade surged with immense power as he rushed forward. He shouted, die! Subai asked disdainfully. Is this really all you've got? He quickly moved behind him. Still way too slow. Meanwhile, Huang Qing warned him, Captain, we're attacking from both front and back. Zixuan warned him to be careful, but it was too late. With every count from Subai came a punch of immense power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the 6th and 7th, he had knocked his opponent's teeth all over the ground. Huang Qing fell in a near-unconscious state. Subai delivered a final kick. These 7 blows are 7 debts of blood being returned to Vin Quang. Zixuan rushed from behind to stop him. If you're so good, come at me. Subai looked at him with half-lidded eyes. You? Perfect. I haven't had my fill yet. Enraged, he roared, how absurd! 2 ice-fire swords lunged at Subai, but he just said, what a disappointment. Subai had teleported behind his opponent. Is this really the extent of the Magic Martial Arts prodigies? Zixuan couldn't dodge the blow. He asked mockingly, the pride of Magic Martial Arts is honestly just too weak. Come on, pride of Magic Martial Arts, fight back. Another strike landed. Subai roared, "You're just going to take hits like that? I'm getting bored." Subai's superior ability completely suppressed his opponent. He stepped on him. "A prodigy, you say? Sorry, my favorite thing to do is beat up prodigies. I'm going to kill you!" But a burst of power erupted, making Subai pause as he realized his opponent was no longer under his foot. He said casually, "Not much skill, but a pretty fiery temper." Zixuan unleashed his fierce power, the scorching fire body. He swore, "I will kill you." Tianchang below was very worried. Zixuan has unleashed his lethal move. Is Subai being too provocative? Will something go wrong? The principal was also a bit cautious. To dare use such a powerful lethal move, Zixuan has truly lost control. His twin blades descended from above. "I'm taking your life." Subai didn't flinch. Finally, things are getting interesting. Earth wall. His barrier went up, and the attack couldn't touch a single hair on his head. Zixuan shouted in shock, "You can't block my twin swords. Were you a turtle in your past life?" Seeing that was all the strength his opponent had, Subai declared, "Is this truly the extent of your power? Then it's my turn to strike back." One punch sent him flying, leaving his two swords embedded in the ground while their owner was defeated in a corner of the arena. The judge was terrified by this display of force. Subai has such a terrifying lethal move. Did Subai and Zixuan just crack a gold-level arena with their fight? Another guest spoke up. "This is the true horror of the source synchronization. Seeing Subai's silhouette, it keeps reminding me of Luofan back in the day. He's only at the mid-stage of the bronze rank, and yet this level of talent? I'm afraid he's even more terrifying than those from the elite families." Subai walked forward and picked up his opponent's swords. These two blades look like they're worth a pretty penny. Zixuan saw his action and shouted, "What are you doing? Put those down! Those are my dual swords!" Subai replied coldly, "Look at you people. With this attitude, you're clearly not planning on apologizing or offering compensation. Consider these swords as compensation from you guys at Magic Martial." Enraged, Zihao gathered his remaining strength and lunged forward. "You've gone too far, you little beast. I'm going to kill you." Subai calmly sidestepped. "You think you've got what it takes?" A hook kick landed straight on his face. Subai said with disdain, "Overestimating yourself." Zhuan, beaten and unable to retaliate, didn't even get a moment to recover before Subai lunged at him again. "Still trying? Abusing your power to bully our Zhang martial people?" He endured a barrage of punches and kicks from Subai. "This is the punishment for you at Magic Martial." The entire audience roared, "Zixuan!" I was completely unable to fight back against Subai. Subai is a total monster. His speed, his power, his techniques. He has no weaknesses. In the Martial University tournament, who could possibly be his match now? I think the only one who might be able to take on a monster like Subai is Hanjan. "Great fight, Subai. Let's see if those Magic Martial guys dare to be arrogant anymore." "This is the price for messing with Zhang Martial," the MC announced. "This match goes to Subai from Yangzhou Martial University." Subai suddenly noticed something in the distance. "Why does Hanjan keep staring at me? He's been eyeing me since the start of the match. You think I'm afraid to look back?" Hanjan looked at him with great excitement. "Subai of Zhang Martial, I'm waiting for you." Subai didn't care. He was too busy being interested in his spoils. He was so desperate just now. "Looks like these two swords are quite valuable." Suddenly, an arm stopped him. "Hold on. The principal of Magic Martial has ordered that the match is over. Return Shuain's weapons to us, Magic Martial." Subai disagreed. "The judge just said the ring is a battlefield. There's no such thing as returning weapons captured on the battlefield." "But Subai..." "I'm not an unreasonable person. As long as you Magic Martial folks apologize to our Zhangzhou Martial University, apologize to all the regular martial universities you've been bullying, and pay for the medical bills and emotional distress, I'll give them back." Below the stage, the crowd chanted in unison, "That's right, Magic Martial is too much, apologize." Demands for an apology echoed everywhere. "Apologize, apologize!" the Magic Martial principal shouted angrily. "Where is the logic in that?" Subai retorted, "Isn't this the survival of the fittest logic that you Magic Martial people worship? I'm just using your own methods to deal with you." Principal Chu from below also shouted, "Well said, Subai. Let's see where Magic Martial hides their faces now." Tianchong added, "That's right. Let's see if they dare to be arrogant anymore." How could he possibly tolerate such a great humiliation? "Today I'm going to teach this snot-nosed brat a lesson," Principal Chu shouted from below. This is bad. Subai, get out of the way. Even the military marshal principal couldn't believe it. He's actually going to take action against a student? The oppressive aura radiating from him made Subai marvel. This is the blood key explosion of the all-stone realm. It's so powerful. That pressure forced them to back away. The military marshal principal, unable to accept this bullying, rose to challenge him. A prestigious magic marshal principal, a powerhouse. Of the all-stone realm, exploding his blood key at a student? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? The principal replied coolly, This is our magic marshal affair. We have autonomy. You military marshal folks should stay out of this. Principal Chu couldn't accept that either. Daring to harm my Zhang marshal student? I'll risk my life to stop you. The three forces collided, relentlessly crushing their opponents. Just then, Xiao Yi, a lord-level powerhouse, ranked 6th, appeared, forcing them to stop. The magic marshal principal retracted his power and stammered, It's Senior Zhao. Xiao Yi scolded him. I've only been away from magic marshal for a few years, and you've already turned it into this dark, dismal place? Taking a shot at a junior? Do you even have the face to be the principal of magic marshal? The man could only bow his head in shame, not daring to look at Senior Zhao. The magic marshal principal knelt down to apologize. Xiao Yi spoke up. You Zheng marshal kids, I've watched your match. You did well. I, on behalf of Magic Marshal, apologize to all the martial universities. Principal Chu didn't dare accept the apology. Senior, you're being too modest. I explained. The slogan of Magic Marshal is, The strong shall grow stronger, protecting our peaceful land. The strongest should be like the great Luofan, bearing supreme power, but using it to protect the well-being of the nation. Magic Marshal has neglected the training of our elites over the past few years, and that is a grave mistake. In this match, Magic Marshal has lost to Zhang Marshal. There is no doubt about it. Keep these two swords as a gift, Subai. The military marshal principal admired this demeanor. Senior Zhao, your magnanimity is truly worthy of respect. Subai also called out. Junior accepts this lesson. I was very disappointed in his own people. With that impulsive temper, you aren't fit to be the principal of Magic Marshal anymore. You should just go be an instructor. The man was left speechless. Senior Zhao, the MC announced. Next, the school will be repairing the arena. The final match of this round-robin tournament will begin in 1 hour. Below the stands, cheers echoed incessantly. That's the spirit! Zhang Marshal is amazing. Changzhou Martial University is making everyone see them in a whole new light this year. This Subai kid, I'm afraid he's the most formidable opponent in this batch. Xingshu praised him. Well done, Subai. You won and earned back the dignity for our Zhang Marshal. We are all very proud of you. These compliments made Subai shy. Everyone please stop flattering me. Truth be told, I was honestly spooked for a second there. The principal is joining in on the fun, and even the legendary old master showed up. Zhang Wu is really bringing the heat today, and he's making us all proud. Thanthu is looking a bit worried. Next up is the face-off against the martial arts powerhouse from the Imperial Academy. Hanjan is deep and unpredictable, so the principal pulls Subai aside to tell him to catch his breath for a bit. Making it to the finals is already a huge surprise, he says. We should know our limits, Subai replies with a bright grin. Resting? No need for that. If I bring home the glory for Zhang Wu today, don't you think there should be some kind of reward, principal? The principal can't help but sigh, helpless against this kid. I've got 2 high-level silver-tier beast cores I was saving. I'll give them to you as a personal bonus. Su Hadu is thrilled. Thank you, principal. I'll definitely put on a show for you. The old man can't help but jab back. This brat? He really knows how to take advantage of the situation. An hour later, the announcer calls out, Ladies and gentlemen, the final match of the tournament. The round robin between the 100 schools that everyone has been waiting for is officially underway. The entire arena is echoing with cheers. Hanjan! Hanjan! Zhang Wu, we're rooting for you! After the announcement, Hanjan from the Imperial Martial Arts Academy steps up and takes the initiative. Subai, I've been waiting a long time for you. How about we settle this with one final showdown? What do you say? Suvio is all for it. You're speaking my language, he whispers. System, scan his stats for me. The system displays. Name, Hanjan. Race, human. Rank, early stage silver. Age, 20. Physique, 316. Actual strength unknown. Agility, 216. Actual speed unknown. Analysis, Extremely dangerous. Please proceed with caution. Subai knows it immediately. His abilities are no joke. Seeing his opponent distracted, Hanjan charges in. What are you spacing out for? Fight me like a real warrior. Subai activates his abilities. Sharp Metal, Tier 3 Earth Wall, Spirit Body, Sharp Metal Ghost Shadow, and Source Flow. In such a hurry, are we? He replies. All right then, I'll show you what I'm made of. Subai's rapid-fire techniques rain down like a storm. Come on, Hanjan, give me everything you've got. Hanjan deftly deflects every single strike, shouting, "Keep dodging if you can." Watching his opponent's fluid movements, Subai calmly quips, "Old Han, you're not being honest, are you? Back when you fought Wang Yang, you were still holding back." One of the judges jumps up in shock, saying, when Hanjan fought Wang Zhang before, his speed wasn't this fast. To think he was hiding his true power even while facing Wang Yang. Someone else chimes in. We all thought Hanjan's speed would be his weak point, but looking at it now, regardless of speed, strength or defense, Hanjan doesn't seem to have a single weakness. It's true. Hanjan is a force of nature among the youth these days. The third-place contender adds, unless you can overwhelm him with a higher cultivation level, there is absolutely no chance of winning. It looks like Shangju Martial Arts Academy is stopping at second place. Subai just can't be a match for Hanjan. Subai throws a punch. Eat this! But Hanjan dodges it with ease. Still not good enough. His prowess leaves even Subai in awe. You truly live up to the name of a man who's slaughtered his way through the myriad clans, not a single opening. However, you won't be able to dodge my next move. Prepare yourself for my most ruthless attack. He lands a low blow right in the groin. The opponent can only let out a cry. The entire crowd is whipped into a frenzy. Holy crap, that's dirty. That's seriously underhanded, man. Shameless, but I love it. Subai is a legend. I don't look up to anyone, but I'm a fan of Subai. Wait, is attacking that spot not a foul in this tournament? Foul? What kind of foul? The vice commander says. This is a real fight. Winning is all that matters. Hanjan is trembling, clutching his groin. To think you'd actually use such a shameless move, Subai replies, thick-skinned as ever. The arena is just like a battlefield, isn't it? Take you out while you're weak. Hanjan is sent flying by one of Subai's punches. From within the cloud of dust, he says coldly, Subai, I'm getting serious now. I've scouted you enough. You won't be able to dodge this one. A massive, endless blade of energy carrying Hanjan's long-hidden power roars toward him. If I can't dodge it, then I'll just have to collide head-on. Let's see who's tougher. The judges are all stunned. What? Hanjan has already mastered this technique? That's the signature combat technique of Old Master Han. I remember 3 years ago, General Han swung his blade once, and thousands of savage beasts turned to dust instantly. Among those thousands were even experts of the Diamond Realm. And 3 myriad clan experts at the Platinum Realm! Subai grits his teeth, bracing for the impact. Old Han, you really are brutal, aren't you? Right after that sentence, I is blasted backward by the sheer force of it, only managing to gasp, oh damn! Hanjan's blade tip-points straight at him. Subai, use all the power you have! I don't believe you're this weak. Then Thu watches from afar, stunned. Has Subai lost? The principal looks on in worry. An attack that powerful. No one could withstand that. But Subai calmly opens his backpack. Oh, Old Han, you really pushed me to this, didn't you? Little 8, little white, come out here and face him with me. Seeing the 2 majestic beasts confronting him, Hanjan had to applaud. Well done, Tubok. You're finally giving it your all. The trio lunges forward. Tubok screams, Old Han, you're done for. A kick from Tubok lands. Die! Han Qian just manages to dodge that, but then he's forced to fend off Xiaobai's massive claws at his side. Xiaobai seizes the opportunity and launches an attack. Hai is quickly pushed back. Tubok warns his opponent, Old Han, don't force it anymore. Admitting defeat isn't a disgrace. But Han Qian has already launched his ultimate move. I didn't want to use this. Up until now, I haven't been able to fully control this surge of power, but I have no choice now. That explosive burst of power forces Tubok to scramble to defend himself. This guy, with this kind of power, are you even still human? Is this really gold-tier combat power? This is terrifying. The system blares. Warning! Warning! Extreme danger! Extreme danger! Han Qian confidently asserts, Tubok, you're definitely losing this match. The crowd can't help but gasp. There's a saying, below gold tier, everyone is just an ant. Gold tier is the true threshold of a powerhouse. This Han Qian, I'm afraid, is already at the peak of gold tier, and Tabak is only at bronze tier. No matter how strong he is, how could he possibly fight against a gold tier? Hanshin pours all his power into this strike. There's no way. You can block this final move of mine. A horrifying force descends. Tabak blurts out in shock, "Crap, I can't take this hit." He yells, "Xiaoba, save me!" Xiaoba uses spatial swap to take the hit for him. Its entire body absorbs the force of Han Qian's strike. An enormous explosion erupts across the arena. Tabak commands, "Xiaobai, go!" He's definitely exhausted now. The entire panel of judges is stunned and jumps to their feet. What? Spatial ability? Even platinum tier masters can barely touch that kind of ability. Is Tabak really just bronze tier? Could this be the special trait of the bronze origin? Impossible. Another expert is also in disbelief. Spatial swap is a heaven tier technique. How is Tabak able to use it? Has Tabak's natural talent actually caught up to the legendary Luo Fan from back in the day? The audience watches in awe. What is happening? Is this actually a gold tier tournament? Are they trying to wipe us mages and warriors out? Beneath the swirling dust, they are all dying to know. Has the winner been decided? When the smoke finally clears, they see clearly that Han Qian is pinned beneath Xiaobai's claws. Tabak can't help but respect his opponent. Old Han, you really are a freak. Han Qian reluctantly accepts defeat. You won this round, Tabak. The home team is in disbelief. Did Tabak really win? The MC announces, the champion of this tournament is Changzhou Martial Arts University. Tabak. Everyone from Changzhou Martial Arts is emotional. Tabak is the champion. Tabak is amazing. I knew I didn't misjudge him. Tabak is the strongest of the younger generation. Tabak is the champion. The entire stadium chants his name. Tabak. Tabak won. Watching his image on the big screen, the viewers can't help but swear, "Holy crap! Tabak, you rascal! You devious, shameless bastard! Tabak is a beast!" Yan Yan is also full of admiration. "Tabak, you're the best!" In the family living room, Tamui jumps for joy. "My brother won! My brother is the champion!" His mother is deeply moved. "Father, look! Tabak won! Tabak is the national champion!" He sobs, replying, "I see it! I see it!" At the arena, the heat hasn't dissipated, and shouts of "Zhangzhou, Tabak" echo everywhere. Reporters swarm in to interview him. "Tabak, you are now the champion of this 100-school tournament. How are you feeling right now? Do you have anything to say to your opponent, Han Qian?" The principal struggles to protect him from the reporters. "Everyone back off a bit. Tabak needs to rest now. Anything you want to ask, save it for later." Escaping the crowd, he advises Tabak, "You've exhausted a lot of energy. Let's head back to the hotel to rest first. I'll handle everything else. After this match, you're going to be rich, champion. All the military resource rewards belong to you." Tabak thinks he misheard. "Really? How much is it, sir?" He guesses, 60 million? No, that's not it. At the very least, it's got to be 600 million. Seeing the money, Tabak loses his cool. "That much? Let me go. The tournament isn't over yet. I want to fight 10 more Han Chians." On the big screen at the Martial Arts Hotel, the news is playing. This is the Long Kingdom military report. The 100-school tournament has concluded. Through this tournament featuring 100 schools, the students of the martial arts universities have displayed their impressive style to everyone. Among them, the most eye-catching figure is the champion of this 100-school tournament, Changzhou Martial Arts University's Tabak. The military has decided to commend Tabak for his brave and fearless performance in the arena, specifically awarding him a second-class merit medal. With the honor of graduation and a military merit reward of 60,000, we hope other students at the Martial Arts University can learn from Tabak and maintain a fighting spirit until the very end, no matter who the enemy is, no matter how strong they may be. Here is the latest announcement of the top 100 schools. Number 1, Changzhou Martial Arts University, with 50 billion invested by the military annually. Number 2, the Great Wall Defense Academy, also receiving 50 billion annually from the military. Number 3, Capital Martial Arts University, with 50 billion in annual military investment. Number 4, Magic City Martial Arts University, receiving 40 billion annually. A place for brilliant geniuses, featuring the incredibly famous successor, Lok Fam. The official news from the Long Ha government. Talented beast tamers across the country are flocking to apply to these martial arts universities. It is expected that in the near future, Changzhou Martial Arts University will become the premier training ground for beast tamers nationwide. Even among the common people, some have even written a nursery rhyme for two. Bak, and it has gone viral all over the internet. The Top 100 Schools tournament has concluded, and Xiangzhou's Tubok has taken home the championship. The people are in awe, saying, Tubok is truly incredible. He fought against so many other martial arts schools all by himself. Exactly. I heard he was seriously injured. He almost didn't make it. Is that really true? Where is he now? Right in the middle of all this talk, he finally woke up after a long, satisfying sleep. He stretched and asked out of curiosity, How long have I been asleep? Manny brought some food in. Bak, you're awake? The principal told us not to wake you. Seeing her, he was very surprised. Oh, Manny, why are you here? The principal said that when you woke up, we would head back to Xiangzhou together. The special vehicle is waiting for us downstairs. He replied, Got it. Let me pack my things and then we can head back to school.